auditory stimulation seem to significantly reduce people's anxiety.
Ad Astra Radio. Stream Smoky Valley Vikings basketball all season on the free Ad Astra Radio app. Coming up on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game, we'll break down tonight's matchup and preview other key games on the Ad Astra Sports Network. Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Well, good evening, high school basketball fans and Smoky Valley Viking fans. Dusty Donis with you from Trinity Catholic High School. It's Trinity Catholic and Smoky Valley getting set to take the court tonight in our high school basketball showdown, a non-league showdown between the Vikings and the Celtics here this evening. Glad to have you with us here on Ad Astra Radio as we get set for the matchup between Smoky Valley and Trinity Catholic. As, again, Smoky Valley comes into this game with a record of 4-7 on the girls' side. Trinity Catholic is 0-13 on the boys' side. Smoky Valley has a 7-4 record coming into tonight's matchup between the Vikings and the Celtics. Smoky Valley and Trinity Catholic here this evening, and Smoky Valley coming off a 5th-place finish at the Sterling Invitational last week, in which they beat Trinity Catholic in the semifinals of that tournament, or consolation semifinals, I should say, 48-17. So this is the second meeting within the last week. They played on Thursday there in Sterling. They had a middle game there against Kingman, where they won 44-38 behind a 14-point performance from Eiley DeBar, making 4 threes all in the fourth quarter to help the cause there for the Smoky Valley Vikings. They won 2 of 3 there at Sterling, and they've won 3 of their last 4 at 4-7 coming into this matchup with the Celtics here this evening. Trinity Catholic coming in again at 0-13, had their closest game of the season, but still a tough 50-41 loss to Lions in the 7th-place game as they finished 8th in the Sterling Invitational. Annika Paulsrud had 12 points in that game. Brenken Dowsey with 10, and Sienna Maskell had 10 as well for the Trinity Catholic Celtics. Smoky Valley and Trinity Catholic on the girls' side here tonight getting set for the matchup. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back with more on our Midway Motors Drive to the Game. We'll tell you some of the leaders for each team, get you ready for tip-off from Hutchinson. This is Smoky Valley Viking basketball on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
We've got more of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Midway Motors, for every mile of life. Find exclusive Viking content online at adastraradio.com. Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Power is in their name. Ag Power Inc. CarQuest of Hillsboro is your complete auto parts and outdoor power equipment store for your family, farm, and ranch. Need an oil change, battery, or parts? Ag Power Inc. has the brands you know and trust. Come by and see the difference on the north side of Hillsboro on Orchard, right next to the Dollar General. Conveniently open weekdays from 7:30 to 6 and Saturdays 7:30 to 4. Ag Power Inc. CarQuest of Hillsboro is your source for Hustler mowers and Husqvarna power products. Stop in today.
Are you needing some help upgrading your home? I'm Jared, inviting you to check us out at Krupp Lumber in Heston, your one-stop destination for all your construction and woodworking needs. We offer a wide selection of top-quality windows and doors like Marvin and Anderson. We also offer kitchen and bath options like R.D. Henry cabinets and Onyx showers to make your home stand the test of time. Ask about our in-state delivery and direct shipment options. Check us out at krupplumber.com. Krupp Lumber, service is our specialty.
With Nextech Wireless, get truly unlimited data as low as $40 a month. And get the latest devices like the iPhone 17 on us. iPhone 17 has a 6.3-inch ProMotion display Ceramic Shield 2, all 48 megapixel rear cameras, center stage front camera, A19 chip, and more. Next Tech Wireless, celebrating 20 years of connecting Kansans.
From spring planting to landscaping and fall cleanups to winter snow removal, LS Tractor is your warmest pack tractor for all seasons. Our universal skid steer quick attach system makes switching out attachments a breeze, and our tough heavy lifting loaders give you added strength for any job. Start with reliability and power, stay for a wide range of capabilities, attachments, and implements. Get more features for less money. Start blue, stay blue with LS Tractor. Visit Moundridge Tractor, where customer service has been our business since 1985.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome back in the Midway Motors broadcast booth here on KLBG. Smoky Valley and Trinity Catholic getting set to take the court here tonight in girls action. Again, Smoky Valley at 4-7. Trinity Catholic coming in at 0-13. For Smoky Valley this year, they are averaging 34.5 points a game, giving up 43.5. Being led this year by Kinsley Haxton at 6.5 points a game. But after the 14-point performance against Nickerson on the 16th, and then this past Friday with 14 against Kingman, Isla DeBarge now averaging 5.5 points a game and has made a team-high 11 three-pointers for the Vikings, including 4 again in that win over Kingman that we talked about in the outset. Kinsley Haxton again at 6.5 points, 4 rebounds a game. Natalie Brown is actually the second leading scorer, the 5'10 freshman, averaging 6 points, 7 rebounds per contest, and a couple steals. Haxton leads the team with 2.5 assists a game, and Cameron Ryan has come on after having a career-high 14 against Trinity Catholic on Thursday in that consolation semifinal win. She's averaging just under 5 points and 4 rebounds a game for Smoky Valley. Those are some of the leaders. Grace Dudley is at 4 points, 3 rebounds off the bench for Smoky Valley. Braylon Whitaker and is also at 3 points, 3 rebounds a game for the Vikings here this season. Jason Drulard, head coach for Smoky Valley in his 5th year at 51-46. Trinity Catholic is coached by Shannon Obermite. She's in her 4th year as the Celtics looking for their first win of the season. It's been a struggle this year, and if you're, you know, if you listen to Brad and Dayton on Kansas Rocks 100.3, you probably have heard that Alex Sudertan had a knee injury last year for this Trinity Catholic team, and she was averaging like 15, 16 points a game when she went down and cleared the leader of this Celtic basketball team. And with that torn ligament that she had, she missed the rest of last year, and she'll be out all year this year. And so a tough break there for Alex, as she definitely would have been a very key contributor for this Trinity Catholic team. And so they have struggled a bit offensively this year, averaging just under 28 points a game and being led by Sienna Maskell at 7 points. Annika Paulsrud just under 7 points a game for the Celtics. Brecken Dowsey's averaging 4.5, and Eiley Cost at 3.5 points a game. And Alyssa Guajardo is averaging 4.5 points a game off the bench as well for Trinity Catholic this season. Again, it's been a tough go of it for the Celtics with some of the limited numbers and the limited talent that they do have without Sudertan out on the court. That's just kind of the way it is for this Celtic team. But kind of like what I said with Nickerson a week and a half ago, it's like, you know, they've not won a game, but they're coming out here every night and giving it their best effort and fighting through a tough season. And you got to credit everybody that does that, because it could be just as easy to say, yeah, no, we don't want to do this anymore. So they are coming out, they're fighting, they're battling, and they almost picked up a win against Lions, but fell by 9 there in the 7th-place game Friday in Sterling. Again, Trinity Catholic and Smoky Valley getting set to take the court here on the girls' side. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we'll get you the starting lineups, get you ready for tip-off from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is the Midway Motors Drive to the Game on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
The Midway Motors Drive to the Game continues after this. Midway Motors in McPherson, Newton, Hutchinson, and Hillsboro. The Smoky Valley Vikings play on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Bundle up in style at Sister Bojangles in Lindsborg. Winter clothing, chic accessories, cozy home goods, and so much more. Stop by today and discover something special. Sister Bojangles, downtown Lindsborg.
Hello, Smoky Valley communities. Whether you're a young Swede or a seasoned Viking, Lindsborg Community Hospital is here for you. Urgent care, sports rehab, and a host of other services, we're here to help you live your healthiest life. Visit lindsborghospital.org today.
Exciting news, McPherson. The Cedars is now proud to be part of the Blue Stem community family. That means the same trusted care with even more resources, more connection, and more possibilities. Whether you're looking for independent living, assisted care, or skilled services, The Cedars continues to be your homegrown choice, now stronger than ever as a Blue Stem community. Live well with the Cedars, now part of the Blue Stem community.
Hi, this is Kurt Marshall. Bank of the Plains is committed to providing high-quality financial services while maintaining the highest standards of integrity, customer service, and professionalism. Our dedicated team in Salina values our relationships with you and welcomes the opportunity to earn your business, trust, and friendship. Stop in and see us at 1900 South Ohio in Salina. Bank of the Plains, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
The Frigid Temps has Pools Plus set up at the Wichita Home Show January 30th through February 1st at Century 2. The first spa sale of the year, and you will not be disappointed with the savings. Financing now available. You could be sitting in a new hot tub for as low as $100 a month. Come see Pools Plus at the Home Show January 30th through February 1st. Same great deals in store. Pools Plus, 21 East 1st in downtown Hutchinson.
Outdoor living doesn't start until you call us at Pools Plus.
Smoky Hills Rock 5-5.
And Dusty Dunn is back in with you here in the Midway Motors broadcast booth. Smoky Valley and Trinity Catholic getting set to take the court here tonight in our girls showdown. As the Vikings again coming in with a record of 4-7. They won 3 of their last 4 with wins over Nickerson, this Trinity Catholic team, and Kingman as they come in ready to roll with the Trinity Catholic Celtics, their opponent here tonight. We're going to give you the starting lineups brought to you by Act 360 Insurance, here to partner in your legacy. Contact agents Darren Eddy and Cody Moores in Inman. Smoky Valley will start at point guard Kinsley Haxton, a 5'5 junior, 6.5 points, 4 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 2 steals a game for the Vikings. You'll see Natalie Brown, the freshman, 5'10", play a little bit of point guard as well. She can handle, and especially if Kinsley might not be on the floor, that's where they would go with that route typically, as Natalie Brown's averaging 6.7 rebounds, 2 steals, and an assist a game for the Vikings. Also for Smoky Valley at guard is Braylon Whitaker, 5'6 sophomore, 3 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals a game. And at forward, Cameron Ryan is a 5'9 junior, averaging 5 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal and a half. And Eiley DeBar, 5'6 senior, guard forward, is averaging 5.5 points, 2.5 rebounds per contest for Smoky Valley. Again, the Vikings with the record of 4-7, coached by Jason Drulard in his 5th year and assisted by Kimmy Linshield and Danielle Lambert here this season. Again, this is the second meeting already this season between Smoky Valley and Trinity Catholic. There's always that chance when you play in the same tournament that you might meet, and it's kind of a quirk. It'll happen the same with the boys game coming up next, except they played on Tuesday last week, so they've had a week in between their games, as to where there's only been 5 days in between since the first time these two teams met on the girls' side. But again, it's just kind of the quirk in that schedule and how it works for Smoky Valley again as they come in this girls' contest. So Smoky Valley's actually won 7 in a row. I forgot to update that. They've won 9 in a row, and I didn't even update it last year. I keep a tally in a spot on my sheet that has all the win streaks and such. They won the regular season game last year, and that was a 50-36 victory. They played at Sterling in the consolation semis a year ago as well, and Smoky Valley won that one 55-27. They won 48-17 in the consolation semifinals here this season. Trinity Catholic starting lineup will look like this. They have Eiley Cost, a 5'10 junior, averaging 3.5 points. Breckin Dowsey, 5'2 junior, at 4.5 points a game. Also, Annika Paulsrud is in the starting lineup. She's a 5'6 sophomore at 7 points a game. Kara Nelson is a 5'9 junior. She'll be in the starting lineup, averaging a half a point a game. And Sienna Maskell in the post, a 5'10 junior, averages 7 points for Trinity Catholic. Celtics and Vikings coming up here on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5. We're going to take one more time out. When we come back, we'll get you tipped off. We'll give you a uniform update as well right here on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking Basketball on KLBG.
You're on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. Stream Smoky Valley Vikings basketball all season on the free Ad Astra Radio app. The Smoky Valley Vikings play on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
My name is Lauren Doak, here to tell you about the Smoky Valley Virtual Charter School. Our virtual school offers tuition-free curriculum to students grades 6 through 12. We have over 75 elective classes in 8 career pathways. Experience learning at the Smoky Valley Virtual Charter School, an online link between home, school, and public education. Be anywhere, learn everywhere with Smoky Valley Virtual Charter School. Learn more at smokyvalley.org.
At Health Equip, we are committed to bringing comfort to you and your home. That's why we specialize in health and mobility products designed to keep you feeling your best and living with ease. From CPAPs and BiPAPs to oxygen services and respiratory supplies, our full line of equipment is backed by friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to help find the right fit. Right now, enjoy 20% off our power mobility products and lift chairs. Find us at healthequip.com or visit us in Hutchinson, Newton, and McPherson. Health Equip, comfort, care, and a better way to live.
Hey, Bud Conklin here. When you shop with Conklin Automotive Group, you've got options. 10 new car brands to be exact. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Chevy, GMC, Honda, Nissan, and Toyota. Whether you need power, reliability, comfort, or efficiency, we've got the right vehicle for your lifestyle. More choices mean more confidence when you buy. Shop with us in Hutchinson, Newton, Salina, or at ConklinCars.com. Drive with confidence. Drive with Conklin.
When quality of care matters, let the compassionate and professional staff at Hospice and Home Care of Reno County serve you. We are committed to the well-being of our community because we are your neighbors and friends. We provide services such as home health, hospice, private duty, palliative care, and voice care. Count on us to provide your in-home health care services. Wherever you consider home, Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, your local not-for-profit agency serving a 50-mile radius of Hutchinson. We care how you live.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
All right, Dusty Knox back in with you here on KLBG as the Smoky Valley Vikings get set to take on the Trinity Catholic Celtics in our matchup. Uniform update brought to you by Fresh Look Cleaners and Salon. It's our job to make you look your best as Smoky Valley is in their road black uniforms. The orange numbers trimmed in white. Smoky and white on top of the jersey on the bottom Valley. They have the orange stripe that kind of gets thicker as it goes down the side of the shorts as well. And they have the Jordan uniforms. Trinity Catholic is in their home white uniforms with the Columbia blue numbers trimmed in red. Trinity across the jerseys and the Columbia blue stripe outlined in red, thick stripe down the side of the jersey and shorts. Tosses up and won by Smoky Valley. Kinsley Haxton over to Natalie Brown on the left side. She drives baseline, cut off on a double team, and back out top for Haxton. Right side, Whitaker. Braylon bounce pass into the near corner. DeBar fires the three and picks up where she left off on Friday, knocking down the first bucket of the game for Smoky Valley. Riley DeBar gives the Vikings the early 3-0 lead. Pass over the far side is out of the reach of anybody for Trinity and stolen away by Kinsley Haxton, and she lays it up and in. Great start for Smoky Valley at 5-0, and they put on the full court press again. Braylon Whitaker trying to get a hand up top. Eiley Cost has a few inches on Braylon. 4 inches to be exact based on the height. And so Braylon had to jump pretty high to try to get that ball at the top of Eiley Cost's outstretched arms and gets called for the foul. That's her first. Team foul number 1 on Smoky Valley. Trinity Catholic moving right to left to start this game on your radio and video stream. Big thanks to all the sponsors bringing the broadcast to you here tonight to make that possible. Drive baseline for Annika Paulsrud is blocked by Smoky Valley. I think it was Ryan underneath. Good outlet pass underneath to Haxton from Brown, and Kinsley has 4 early points. It's already 7-0 in favor of the Vikings. It was a tight first half the first time these two teams played, but Smoky Valley blew it open in the second half. Here in this one, Smoky Valley off to the early lead. A shot on the baseline by Nelson was swatted by Ryan. Tipped out coming the other way, though, by Brecken Dowsey for Trinity Catholic to keep it alive for the Celtics in the backcourt. They get it into the front court, and stepping in, a blocking foul called on Cameron Ryan on the left block. She gets a round of applause from Jason Drulard here on the near sideline. That's one of those kind of aggressive fouls where you're maybe trying to get a call your way, and it doesn't go that way. Cameron Ryan with her first foul. Team foul number 2 on Smoky Valley. Paulsrud to throw it in on the baseline for Trinity Catholic. Cost in the middle of the lane, partially blocked. Ryan has the rebound. Cameron quickly up the floor for Smoky Valley. On the right side, out top now to Brown. She takes a dribble back, now 2 over to the near side. Another one out top now to Haxton. 6:25 in the first quarter. Smoky Valley off to the 7-0 start. 3-pointer from Eiley DeBar and 2 buckets from Kinsley Haxton, who has it back over to the right side for Brown. Natalie drives baseline, cut off and double team there against this 2-3 zone. A skip pass is knocked out by Dowsey in the far corner. It goes out of bounds and will stay right here with Smoky Valley. Viking basketball, Sophie Iyer checking into the game for Eiley DeBar here early on. Sophie is a 5'7" junior, seeing her first action. And the inbound play goes to Brown. Ryan, turnaround shot at the free throw line, off to the right, missing, and a rebound for Nelson for Trinity Catholic. Celtic basketball. Dowsey in transition, fires inside, looking for Maskell. It's over her head, right to Sophie Iyer with a steal. Here comes Kinsley Haxton ahead of the pack. Adjusts and miss, but a foul on Paulsrud will send Kinsley to the free throw line for 2 attempts. First team foul called on Trinity Catholic, and the first personal on Annika. 5:53 to play first quarter. Kinsley Haxton to the charity stripe for Smoky Valley. Vikings with a 7-0 advantage early in this one. Haxton has 2 free throw attempts coming up, a 64% shooter, almost 63.5 on the season. She missed the first one. 7-0 lead right now for Smoky Valley. And Haxton with another free throw upcoming. Substitution, Alyssa Guajardo checked into the game, the 5'5" sophomore, and she came in with her earrings in, which is, she's got to take those out. The official granted grace there, didn't make her come out of the game. He just made her take off her earrings, and we're good to go. Second free throw is good for Haxton, as the Vikings extend their lead out to 8-0. 5 for Haxton and a 3-pointer from Eiley DeBar. Celtics with the basketball. Quick outlet up ahead. Maskell backing in on Natalie Brown, but a block shot by Brown goes right in the hands of Cost and stays right here with Trinity. 3 on the way for Dowsey on the right side, missing, and a rebound middle of the lane underneath the basket goes to Brown. Ball was knocked out of her hands, but she gathers it back in. Up ahead to Haxton on the left wing. Skip pass right side, Whitaker. Taking a couple of dribbles back out to Haxton. Swinging it left side now for Brown. She fakes, drives baseline, cut off by Cost. Sophie Iyer open for 3, left corner. That's her shot, and she knocks it down. Just her 3rd 3 of the season, but if you give her the space down in that corner, that is without question her best shot. Timeout called by Coach Shannon Obermite and Trinity Catholic. Smoky Valley out to an 11-0 start here against the Celtics. We'll go ahead and take the timeout as well. We're back in 30 seconds from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
Struggling to catch your breath? Whether it's asthma, COPD, or pulmonary dysfunction, Hutchinson Pulmonology Associates are here to help you breathe easier and live life to the fullest. Don't let breathing problems hold you back. With expert care and personalized treatment, we're here for you every breath of the way. Visit hutchregional.com or call 620-513-4800 today. Breathe better, feel better with Hutchinson Regional.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome back in the Midway Motors broadcast booth. Smoky Valley out to an 11-0 start here against Trinity Catholic. One of the best starts of the season, if not the best start of the season for Smoky Valley, as the Celtics have the basketball out of their timeout. Inbound, Guajardo gets it back and across half court to Maskell, trying to drive in on Brown, back into the corner. That shot partially blocked by Iyer on the attempt from Nelson. The putback for Koss misses, and then a putback attempt for Guajardo is off the mark, and a rebound pulled down by Brown. Smoky Valley basketball up the floor. Whitaker misses. Put back in one motion, misses for Ryan, and a tie-up between Maskell and Haxton on the rebound that time, and on the alternating arrow, the jump ball will go back to the Celtics. Nelson, checking out of the game. And it was a steal on the inbound here for Braylon Whitaker. She goes in and lays it up and in. Right in the middle of me trying to figure out who checked in for Trinity Catholic. Whitaker has the steal and bucket, 13-0 in favor of the Vikings. Quick outlet pass, Dowsey has it. Pull up, lob pass inside for Cost. Blocked but fouled by Cameron Ryan. Ryan's had a couple blocks early in this game, but she gets called for the foul that time. Her second personal, 13th foul on Smoky Valley. And Eiley Cost will go to the free throw line for Trinity Catholic, as she is, again, averaging 3.5 points a game for the Celtics, looking for her first of this game. First free throw on the way, halfway down it popped out. Still a 13-0 lead for Smoky Valley. Eiley DeBar for Smoky Valley coming back into the game for Ryan, who picked up her second foul there. Second free throw upcoming here for Cost on the way, and it's off to the left, missing. Maskell has the rebound. It just fouled. Count the bucket for Trinity Catholic, and a chance at 3 for Sienna Maskell. First basket of the game for the Celtics at 4:25 here in the first quarter. Foul was called on DeBar, her first, team foul number 4 on Smoky Valley. Maskell's free throw for the three-point play misses. Rebound left block goes to Brown for the Vikings. Smoky Valley leading 13-2 with the basketball. Kinsley Haxton getting the play call from Coach Drulard. Goes left side wing for Iyer. Sophie takes a couple dribbles. Picks it up with a bounce back to Haxton. Free throw line Brown. Turns. Thought about shooting, but put it on the deck with a dribble to avoid a travel. Boy, Haxton had a good idea there to DeBar on the left block, but she couldn't quite thread the needle on that pass, and Koss saw it late, knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay right here with Smoky Valley. Inbound play on the baseline for Eiley DeBar. She's to my right, standing to the left of the hoop as she looks at it. Haxton over to Iyer. Back into the corner for DeBar. She's double teamed, and a tie-up. We'll keep it right here with Smoky Valley. They were trying to get that little pass into the wing and then the screen out to get DeBar open for 3 in the corner, but it took too long to develop, and Trinity Catholic did a nice job of adjusting to it. Hope Schrog into the game for the first time for Smoky Valley, the 5'9" senior for Natalie Brown. Inbound goes to Haxton this time on the right wing. Feeding in now for Whitaker, knocked out from behind. Braylon tracks it back down out top. Schrog on the drive, kicks into the corner. Eiley open for 3 again. That one spins off. Rebound tipped around, and Haxton comes out of there with it for Smoky Valley. But the inside pass is taken away by Maskell. The first turnover unofficially for Smoky Valley. Brecken Dowsey in transition. Pull-up shot off front rim missing. Rebound right block goes to Haxton for Smoky Valley. Viking basketball crossover by Haxton. Free throw line. She's left open. Takes the shot and rolls one in. Haxton has 7 first quarter points for Smoky Valley, and they lead 15-2 with 3:20 to play in the first. Paulsrud looks up ahead for Guajardo. Back over to Dowsey. Brecken dribbles right lane line and runs right into Schrog. And they'll call a blocking foul on Hope. And Brecken Dowsey will go to the free throw line for 2 attempts here, as that's the 15th foul on Smoky Valley. Dowsey this season is shooting 28% from the line. Has 2 attempts coming up for the Celtics. 3:12 in the first quarter and a 15-2 lead. First of 2 free throws here for Brecken Dowsey. On the way, and it banks off, missing off to the left. Substitution will be coming in here for the Celtics. Aslan Koss, a 6-foot freshman, coming in for Sienna Maskell. Thanks to our title sponsor, Smoky Valley Virtual Charter School, offering customizable curriculum at every grade level. Smoky Valley Public Schools, we champion for all students. Second free throw for Dowsey on the way, and it's nothing but net. So Brecken goes 1 for 2 on that trip to the free throw line. It's 15-3, Smoky Valley with the lead. Viking basketball. Haxton gets it up. Iyer across half court, left side Whitaker, and she forgot to dribble as she started moving up. Brecken Dowsey was right up in her grill, but she couldn't get that dribble down, and traveling called on Braylon. That's the second turnover for Smoky Valley. Paulsrud with the inbound play on the far side for Trinity Catholic. Into the backcourt it goes to Dowsey and back to Paulsrud. Skip pass over to Kost, trying to break the press. They do so. Up ahead, Aslan Kost. A Paulsrud 3 from the right wing misses. Schrog taps the rebound, and Iyer comes out of there with it. Sophie up ahead. This is Haxton. Nice crossover. Good look underneath to Schrog. Layup in. Great pass from Kinsley Haxton for the assist. 17-3 the score. That'll be a nomination for our Hub Brick Oven play of the game. I did the Swedes last night. I'm doing the Vikings tonight. Smoky Valley with a 17-3 lead. A three-pointer from the left side misses for Dowsey. Rebound Paulsrud trying to go back up on Schrog. Hope blocked the shot, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay right here with the Celtics. Coach Obermite up off of her floor, yelling out the inbound call as Paulsrud inbounds on the baseline. She's to the left of the basket. On the right baseline as I look at it, Paulsrud gets it back off the inbound. Missed everything on the three-point attempt, and DeBar has the rebound that time for Smoky Valley. They lead 17-3. Eiley up ahead to Schrog, and Hope's fouled across the arm. A couple free throws coming up for Schrog for Smoky Valley. I think they got Dowsey with it. We'll wait and see. It is on Brecken, her first. There's a second team foul called on Trinity Catholic in this first quarter as Schrog's at the free throw line for 2 attempts for Smoky Valley. First one for Hope on the way, and it was a line drive that went off the front of the rim. She's got another one coming up. Hope just 2 of 12 from the free throw line this season after that miss. Eiley Koss checking out. Back in is Karen Nelson for Trinity. Second free throw coming up here for Schrog. Hope with the second one on the way, and that one's right down the middle and smooth. 3 points here in this first quarter for Hope Schrog. It's 18-3. Smoky Valley with the lead. Celtics of the basketball. The quick outlet across half court. Guajardo has it. And Delbar kind of forced her not to be able to get a clean pass. And then she lost her pivot foot. And the travel will give it back to Smoky Valley. 18-3. Vikings with the lead and the ball. Here in the first quarter in Hutchinson this evening. Glad to have you with us on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5. Paxton over to Sophie Iyer. She takes the baseline, shoots over Maskell, can't get the bounce. And on the rebound, Dowsey's falling down, saves it into Guajardo. Guajardo brings it across half court, but Schrock seals it away from behind. Up ahead to Eiley DeBar. DeBar has it on the right wing. Thought about lining up a three, but pass. Goes back into Schrock. Turns, shoots, misses on Maskell. And Sienna gets the rebound that time for Trinity. Celtics of the basketball. Paulsford coming the other way. Just over a minute and a half left in this first quarter. Right side, Guajardo for three. That misses off the back. And DeBar again for the rebound. Eiley bringing it up the floor, and Dowsey's too close to her. Gets called for her second foul. It's just the third team foul called on Trinity. So no free throws yet. Substitution in for the first time. Emma Martin, 5'2" sophomore for Brecken Downs. Nope, she came in for Guajardo. Iyer is out of the game as Brown comes back in. Also, Brenna Flax coming in for Hope Schrag. Flax, the 5'7" sophomore, seeing her first action. Dowsey will now go to the bench with her second foul as Eiley Cost comes back in. Brown into the corner for Haxton. They left Kinsley wide open for three. It's off the back, missing. Rebound, trying to save it in DeBar, but she couldn't quite get enough juice on that to save it in. And the possession will go back to Trinity. Celtics of the basketball against the full court press from Smoky Valley. It's a 1-2-1-1. They break it, but the pass goes over the head of Martin. It's tipped into the hands of Brown for Smoky Valley. Another Trinity Catholic turnover. Brown on the baseline. Cut off and double teamed. Ball stripped out there. We'll have a jump ball, and Trinity will get this one. Brenna Flax trying to get it back with Eiley Cost tying her up, and it goes back to the Celtics. Paulsrud with the inbound play on the baseline. Gets it into Martin. Back to Paulsrud. They get the middle of the floor, but DeBar rips the ball out of the hands of Nelson. Up ahead, Haxton's on the baseline. The pass was just a little bit too much there for Kinsley, so a turnover for each team there. As the Celtics have it back, and Guajardo will come back in for Martin. Excuse me, for Nelson. I think I got Nelson and Martin mixed up last year when I did this game too. That's how that goes. DeBar knocked the ball loose. It's tipped around, still loose, and Brown has the steal. Looking underneath. Whitaker comes out of there with it for Haxton. Layup for Kinsley is in. Haxton with 9 first quarter points as Smoky Valley now leads 20-3. We're down to 33 seconds in the first quarter. Paulsrud with it across half court. Gets it over to Guajardo right into a trap here across the timeline. Timeout called by Coach Obermite and Trinity Catholic. We'll go ahead and take the timeout as well. Smoky Valley leading at 20-3. 26.5 seconds remaining in quarter number one. And we're back in 60 seconds from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
Begin your journey at Bethany College in historic Lindsborg, Kansas. As a liberal arts school in the heart of Kansas, Bethany is proud to host over 30 majors, 19 different NAIA sports, and a long-standing tradition in art and music in the heart of Little Sweden, USA. Bethany is one of the oldest schools in the state of Kansas, but with modern facilities and a focus on the future for education. Start with a campus visit, a free application, or just check out our website at bethanylb.edu. It's always a good day to be a Swede. Rokar Stokar.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. We get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, crops, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we've been the #1 ag insurer for 25 years. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Farm Bureau agent Luke Bauer in McPherson at 620-241-0225.
#1 ag insurer across our territory, 1996 to 2021, SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
26.5 seconds remaining in this first quarter as Smoky Valley leads over Trinity Catholic 20-3. It's Trinity basketball out of their timeout. They wanted to avoid a turnover there. The bounce pass into the backcourt for Guajardo. As Alyssa brings it across half court, picks it up in a tough spot against Whitaker, turns and gets rid of it back to Paulsrud. Monica with 17 seconds left, extended on the left side wing, and that ball was tipped into the backcourt, not by Kinsley Haxton, though. Haxton was tough on defense, and Paulsrud lost it off of her own hands and then tried to go get it, but backcourt violation will give it back to Smoky Valley. Viking ball with 13.5 seconds left in the first. Here's Brown with it back over to Haxton. Kinsley setting up the half-court offense. 9 on the clock. Here's Whitaker back to Haxton. She's open for 3, left side. Nothing but the bottom for Kinsley Haxton. Right before the end of the first quarter, and Smoky Valley off to a 20-point lead after one, 23-3. As we go into quarter number 2 out of the break. After one, the Vikings leading it by 20. And we're back in 60 seconds of the second quarter from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
Here's a bright idea. Streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. IdeaTek has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. IdeaTek has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Streaming without buffering. Another bright idea from IdeaTek. Get fast, modern IdeaTek internet at ideatech.com.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome back to the Midway Motors broadcast booth. After one quarter, it's 23-3. Smoky Valley leading it over Trinity Catholic as the Vikings got a big 3 right there at the end of the first quarter from Kinsley Haxton. She's already in double figures, has 12 of the 23 points. 4th game in double figures for Haxton this season. Smoky Valley has the basketball moving left to right to start the second quarter. Pass over to the left side wing. This is Braylon Whitaker with it. Back to Grace Dudley, who's checked in for the first time. Dudley is a 5'10 freshman for Smoky Valley. The pass over to the near side goes off of the hand of Haxton out of bounds. It'll go back to Trinity Catholic on a turnover for Smoky Valley. So the Celtics with the basketball, trailing by 20. Dowsey across half court. High post free throw line. Koss back over to the baseline. Shot on the way to the left, short by Nelson. Rebound offensively to Maskell, though, for Trinity Catholic. Sienna on the baseline. Nice space. She got Brown to jump on the head fake and gets the bucket. 4 of the 5 points for the Celtics have come from Sienna Maskell. 23-5 to score. Smoky Valley the lead. Up ahead, Whitaker lost it for a second, but gets it back. Out top, Haxton. Left side, Brown. Feeding inside, looking for Flax. It's out of her reach and out of bounds. Back to the Celtics. And I look over here at Jason Drulard on the bench, and he's just putting both of his hands down. Slow down, calm down. Another turnover there early in this second quarter for the Vikings. Celtic basketball. Dowsey with a skip pass left side for Paulsrud. Back to Dowsey on the right side. Lobbing in for Maskell. Backing in on Brown. Try to get position. And Brown got in there to force a tie-up. The alternating arrow will keep it right here with the Celtics. Kinsley Haxton, by the way, with her 12 points, went 5 of 6 from the floor in the first quarter. 1 for 2 from the free throw line and 1 for 2 from 3. Eiley DeBar made the first bucket of the game, a 3-pointer. Paulsrud for 3 off the inbound right side. That misses. Koss tries to get the rebound. It's tipped around. It's loose. Haxton and Dowsey fighting for it. Koss gets in there to force the tie-up as well, and Smoky Valley gets it this time on the arrow. So it is Smoky Valley basketball leading 23-5. Paulsrud still looking for her first points of the game as she's had some open looks that haven't been able to go down for her. And inbound play was knocked out of bounds. Another chance here for Brown on the far side. Into Haxton. Brown with one dribble across half court looking for Whitaker. The ball is knocked out of bounds by Paulsrud right sideline, and it'll stay with the Vikings again. The inbound now for Haxton on the far side. On the sideline, she gets it into Brown. Natalie's not had a shot attempt yet in the game, which is kind of a bit of a surprise. Again, averaging 6 points a game for Smoky Valley this season. Haxton over to Whitaker on the right side. Back to Kinsley on the left wing. Feeding left lane line. Flax back to Whitaker, now to Haxton. Into the corner for Brown. She blows by the defense. Pull-up jump shot on the way and missing. Too strong off the back, and a rebound goes to Dowsey. Brecken quickly across half court for Trinity. Bounce pass right side, feeding in. Nice play by Brown to knock it out and steal it away from behind. Up ahead to Haxton. Kinsley to Whitaker, leading the floor. The ball's tipped in the middle of the lane. Flax trying to get to it. It's on the deck, and a tie-up forced by Dudley. As I think that was Dowsey that kind of hit the deck hard. She's slow to get up and roll up. The alternating arrow gives it back to the Celtics on the jump ball. Flax checking out, and also Whitaker. Ryan and DeBar back in. Haxton, Brown, and Dudley stay out there for Smoky Valley. Vikings leading at 23-5. They haven't scored yet here in the second quarter. We're over 2 minutes in. Dowsey across out. Well, gets it across on a pass to Paulsrud. She stopped right in that corner before she was across. Feeding inside now. Maskell backing in on Brown. Has position and banks it in. Sienna Maskell just using her power to get through Brown there, and physicality's working out there for her. She's got 6 of the 7 for Trinity Catholic. Pass up ahead, nearly stolen away, but Haxton comes away with it, then lost the control of the pass there. Kinsley comes out of there with it. She's being pressured and has her foot caught with a defender from the Celtics, and then Maskell tries to block a shot attempt by Dudley on the right block. He gets called for the foul from behind. Sienna calling for her first personal, team foul number 1 on the Celtics in the second quarter, and 2 free throws coming up for Grace Dudley. 44.5% from the line this season. First of 2 opportunities for Dudley on the way, and that one is good. Grace, first point of the second quarter for Smoky Valley. Thank you to some of our sponsors: Ag Service CarQuest, Next Tech Wireless, Sister Bojangles, Bank of the Plains, Smoky Valley Virtual Charter School, and Bethany College. Bring you the broadcast here tonight on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5. The second one spins about 3 times around the rim and goes down for Grace Dudley. She has her first 2 points of the game. Back to an 18-point lead for the Vikings at 25-7. Pressure put on again. Paulsrud brings it across, and a blocking foul called on the Vikings. It's either DeBar or Haxton. If it's Eiley, that'd be 2. If it's Kinsley, it's her first. It's called on DeBar. So number 2 on Eiley. First team foul on Smoky Valley in this second quarter. 5:19 to play in the half, and a 25-7 lead for the Vikings. Inbound play from Paulsrud into the backcourt for Dowsey. Cross half court over to the left side now. This is Nelson with it. Back over to Dowsey. Back to Nelson, left wing. Paulsrud in the corner, guarded by Ryan. Skip pass far side to Dowsey. Bounce pass looking in for Maskell. Is knocked out of bounds by DeBar. So Eiley the last to touch that one. It'll stay right here with Trinity Catholic. The Vikings looking to win their 4th in their last 5 tries. Inbound play for Brecken Dowsey into the corner for Paulsrud. Head fakes on a 3. It's closed out there by Haxton. The ball knocked loose by DeBar. It goes off the foot of Cost, but Trinity Catholic comes back out. Paulsrud a 3 from the left side. Bouncing off the back, missing. DeBar had position. Tips the rebound over to Brown. Brown up ahead of the pack. Has her teammate and classmate Dudley. Ball's tipped off the backboard. Haxton comes out of there with it from the right lane line and banks it in. Kinsley Haxton with 14 points already in this game. That's just 1 point off of her career high. She had 15 against Belle Plaine in December. Maskell backing in again, and an offensive foul is called. She's just kind of been using her power, and then on the backside of all that, Eiley DeBar came in and tried to take a charge. The offensive foul had already been called on Maskell, and then DeBar got hit hard coming back out of it. She's shaking her head. I think Coach Drular's like, "You okay?" Yeah, we're good. Maskell called for her second foul. That's a big one there on the Celtics, and the second team foul called on Trinity Catholic in this second quarter. Viking basketball with a 20-point lead again at 27-7. Brown has it. Up ahead to Haxton. Kinsley blows by the defense across half court. Pull up free throw line jumper on the way for Haxton. Misses. Long rebound to Maskell. At the left elbow, she gets it back over to Guajardo. Guajardo gets past the defense on the far side. Pulls it back out on the wing, setting up the half court offense. Alyssa into a double team. Kind of kicked DeBar in the leg that time. Eiley laughs it off. 3 for Dowsey from the left wing. Missed everything and rolls out of bounds back to Smoky Valley. Substitution as Whitaker will come in for DeBar. And Eiley's probably not mad about coming out after taking a couple hits over the last couple possessions. She shares a smile with her teammates as she sits back down there on the Viking bench. Haxton, good outlet up ahead to Dudley. Grace back out for Brown. Natalie takes the baseline, gets by the defense. Might have got hit on the arm. The shot misses. It's out of bounds off of Smoky Valley. And the possession back to Trinity Catholic. Aslan Koss back out there for the Celtics as she came in for Maskell. Celtics with the basketball. Up ahead, Guajardo. Bounce pass back out top for Nelson. Over to the left side, Dowsey feeding into Eiley Koss. Back to Dowsey. Left elbow, an open jump shot there for Nelson, misses, and the rebound taken out by the Vikings. Haxton pushing right side wing. Kinsley over to Brown. Natalie back to Haxton out top. Dowsey on the defense. Whitaker has it now. Braylon takes one dribble back out top of the key on a bounce to Brown. Now to Haxton again. Takes one dribble back to Brown. 3, top of the key. Spinning halfway down and out. Rebound goes to Cost. Quick outlet up ahead to Guajardo. Out of her reach a little bit. She tries to save it in, and it goes back to Whitaker. A steal for Smoky Valley. Brown coming up the floor. Kind of got caught up. Got it to Haxton. Kinsley skip pass right side Ryan. Back to Brown at the left elbow. Natalie splits through 2 defenders. Runners up missing. Ryan has the rebound. Foul going back up for Smoky Valley. Celtic foul will be on Karen Nelson, her first. Team foul number 3 on the Celtics in this second quarter. Cameron Ryan to the charity stripe for Smoky Valley. She struggled a bit early in the year, but she's up to 58% from the line. First of 2 coming up here for Cameron. Looking for her first points of the game. First one on the way and spinning halfway down and out. She's got another one coming up. Substitutions in for Smoky Valley as Sophie Iyer comes in for Kinsley Haxton. Brenna Flax for Grace Dudley. This is that point of the game where you'd probably see Natalie Brown run the point with Haxton going to the bench. And we've seen some of that already in this game, but specifically now without Kinsley on the floor. Second free throw for Ryan on the way, and that one rolls over the top, off the board and rim, and goes back in. First point of the game for Cameron Ryan. It's 28-7 Smoky Valley. Timeout called by Jason Drulard and the Vikings. It's a full timeout, so we'll go ahead and take 60. 2:58 to play in the first half. 28-7 Vikings. We're back in 60 seconds from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
Protecting your home, you deserve a roofing company that treats you like family. McGee Roofing is family owned and operated for nearly 50 years. They offer free inspections and work directly with your insurance company. McGee Roofing, built on trust, powered by family.
Mann Wyatt Tanksley Injury Attorneys.
Liability issues are complex. The manufacturer fought and fought. The best offer they made was $30,000. The jury returned a verdict for a little over $11.1 million.
Mann Wyatt Tanksley Injury Attorneys. Big firm muscle, small firm hustle.
Even trying to enjoy a fun event can be difficult after the loss of a loved one. Unanswered questions, feelings of stress and grief are only natural. As the owner and director of Inman Funeral Home, I bring over 25 years of experience bringing comfort and empathy during time of loss. Rely on me to guide you through all aspects of planning a funeral service with compassion, dignity, and respect. I'm Athena Johnson with Inman Funeral Home. Find me at inmanfh.com.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome back in the Midway Motors broadcast booth. 28-7 the score, 2:58 to play in this first half. Inbound play is stolen by Iyer underneath for Brown. She's too strong on the shot attempt. Whitaker there for the rebound, missing the putback. Brown tries to get the rebound, but dribbles it out of bounds. It'll go back to Trinity Catholic. So a couple looks there for Smoky Valley, but not getting the bucket to go down. They do have a 21-point lead here with 2:49 remaining in the first half. Inbound play in the near corner. In for the first time is Audrey Wilson, a 5'3 junior. No, actually, excuse me, that's Emma Martin. I thought it was 0. It's 5. The hair was blocking the back of the number. As the Celtics have it, Annika Pausrud with it. And we have a whistle and a foul called on Smoky Valley. Thanks. Lost my pencil for some reason. I don't know what happened. It went off the side of my leg. Foul was called on Brecken Dowsey. No, that's on 10 for Smoky Valley. That's on Whitaker, her second. Second team foul on the Vikings. Long 2 out top, nothing but net for Emma Martin for Trinity Catholic. 28-9 the score. Vikings with the basketball. Trinity setting back up in their 2-3 zone defense as, again, Brown runs the point without Haxton on the floor. Over to the left side, this is Iyer with it. Sophie back into the corner for Brown, feeding on the baseline for Ryan. Turnaround shot from 5, missing for Cameron, and the rebounding foul called on Whitaker on the back of Paulsrud. And that is the third on Braylon. Third team foul as Haxton will come back into the game for Whitaker. Still 2:08 to play in the first half. Likely Braylon will be out for the rest of this first half with 3 fouls. Thank more of our sponsors, including Lynchburg Community Hospital, Conklin Cars, Pleasant View Home, Idea Tech, McGee Roofing, Art Shirt Gear for Sport, and Smoky Valley Bakery. Inbound to Eiley Koss. She has it stripped. She got it back, but then threw it away out of the reach of Pauls. We're doing a steal for Haxton. Kinsley underneath for Ryan. Fouled going up with the shot. 2 more free throws coming up here for Cameron. It's the 14th foul on the Celtics. And the first personal called on Emma Martin. Cameron Ryan at the free throw line for Smoky Valley. First one on the way and in for Ryan. She's got 2. I think they've got one of those rosters that they have both of the numbers on, because I heard the PA guy call her Peterson. I think Olivia Peterson wears 22 for the JV team. Second free throw coming up here as Guajardo is back into the game for Trinity Catholic for Martin. Missed on the second free throw. Flax trying to get the putback, can't get it. She's kind of pushed in the back, got the rebound back though to Brown. Out to Haxton. Haxton back inside for Brenna, fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. Brenna Flax, the sophomore for the Vikings, to the charity stripe. The foul is called on Aslan Cost, her first, and the 15th foul. So Smoky Valley will be at the free throw line for 2 free throws on all common fouls the rest of this first half. Flax, the first of 2 on the way, is off the back iron, missing. And she'll have another one coming up. Brenna's kind of struggled a bit at the free throw line this season, trying to get rolling in the right direction for the Vikings. Takes her time on the second one. On the way, decent follow through, but it's off to the right, missing, and a rebound goes to Paulsrud. Annika has it for Trinity across half court. 29-9 the score after the first made free throw there for Cameron Ryan. Cost has it back over to the left side now. Top of the key, Paulsrud back to the left wing for Martin. Pressured over here by Brown. Natalie knocked it out of her hand. She got it back. Hands it back over to Guajardo on the left wing. Out top, Martin again. Swinging it right side, Paulsrud. Annika with a skip back. Actually didn't end up being a skip pass, as Guajardo was actually the closest to her out top of the key. Alyssa drives into the lane. Can't get the roll on the shot. Rebound taken out by Haxton again for Smoky Valley. Viking basketball. Kinsley with the outlet pass. Iyer underneath for Ryan. Cameron too strong. Kost gets the rebound. She falls to the ground and travels. Give it back to Smoky Valley. Substitution back into the game for the Celtics as Aslan Kost will check out. And Nelson back in for Trinity. Haxton inbound. Smoky Valley kind of in a line on the baseline. Kinsley lobs it out to the left side for Ryan. Cameron drives in, splits 2 defenders. Oh, we have a moving screen and an offensive foul, I think, on Brenna Flax. And it is on Brenna. That's her first. 14th foul on Smoky Valley, and another turnover there for the Vikings. Just their 6th of the first half. Inbound play to Martin. Paulsrud up ahead to Kost, right back to Annika. She lost the ball, though, and a steal for Kinsley Haxton. Haxton looking to take it to the rack. Spins, looking underneath for Ryan. Tipped into the hands of Brown in the middle of the lane. She misses. Kost gets the rebound. There's a tie-up, and Smoky Valley will have the possession. And the inbound play on the baseline here for Kinsley. Good box out, open underneath. Ryan missed the shot. Kinsley trying to get the rebound. It's tipped out of the hands of Kost and taken back by Haxton. Driving inside of travel on Brenna Flax. We'll give it back to Trinity Catholic. So the Celtics have it. Vikings still leading this one by 20, 29-9, with just 30 seconds left in this first half. On the far side, pass over the head of Nelson from Martin, and goes out of bounds in the far corner in the Trinity Catholic side of the court. So Smoky Valley will go full court after the turnover again for the Celtics here with 23 seconds left in the first half. Haxton out across half court. Smoky Valley likely going to hold for the final shot. Sophie Iyer has it left side into the corner for Haxton. Lobbing in for Ryan. Cameron turns from about 12 and knocks it down on the left baseline. First field goal of the game for Cameron Ryan. She's got 4, 31-9 Smoky Valley with 5 seconds left in the first half. Paulsrud, I don't think, realizes what's on the clock. She's holding, and back over to Martin, who definitely didn't know what was on the clock. It expires here at the end of the first half. Smoky Valley has a 31-9 lead over Trinity Catholic. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with our First Bank Kansas halftime report from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
Coverage of Smoky Valley Vikings basketball continues next with the First Bank Kansas halftime report. First Bank Kansas is banking made personal. The Smoky Valley Vikings play on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Kansas. Trust the power of blue for your CanCare plan. Families trust Healthy Blue for doctor visits and prescriptions. New and expecting moms trust Healthy Blue for pregnancy support. And Healthy Blue provides extra benefits for your whole family. Choose the brand Kansans have trusted for more than 80 years. Visit choosehealthyblue.com/KS for more details. Trust the power of blue.
Hello, I'm Gloria Schrader, a proud McPherson parent and grandparent who believes that teamwork is key to reaching our goals. Working in the claims department at Farmers Alliance, I love seeing our company unite to support our policyholders through tough times. Being a part of a team that helps people rebuild their lives is as awesome as a victory in the big game. At Farmers Alliance, we're excited to be part of this amazing community and thrilled to cheer on all our local teams to success.
This is Lynn Gillespie with your Ad Astra Radio halftime report. College basketball was in action yesterday. The KCAC with some rescheduled games from this past weekend. Bethany College was in action last night as they took on St. Mary. Their women's team defeated St. Mary in a close matchup, 81-77, but the men fell 86-61 at home. Tabor College was down in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, taking on Oklahoma Wesleyan, and that would result in a couple of very close losses. The Lady Blue Jays fell in a heartbreaker to Oakwoo, 59-56, while the men held close to the number 4 team in the country, but fell just short, 78-76. And believe it or not, despite it being late January for local KCAC teams, baseball season has officially begun. The McPherson College Bulldogs were in Florida for the first part of their season, but they start off the season 0-4, being swept in 3 games by St. Thomas University over the weekend, and then on Monday falling to Kaiser 16-4. Bethany College was in action last Thursday to start off their season on the road against Southwestern Christian, but they are 0-2 to start off the year. They'll be on the road for quite a bit of time. Their home opener is scheduled for Sunday, February 8th against Heston College. Well, just 2 weeks ago, KU men's basketball was unranked following a couple of tough Big 12 losses, but now that they are on a 4-game win streak, including defeating K-State in the Sunflower Showdown, they have moved up to number 14 in the country. Last week, they were the number 19 team in the AP Top 25 poll. They play against BYU on Saturday, who is number 13 in the country, but BYU is coming off of a close home loss from last night against number 1 Arizona, losing just 86-83 despite a come-from-behind effort. Speaking of Arizona, they are still the unanimous number 1 team in the country in the AP Top 25 poll, as they are now 21-0 this season. They are one of 3 unbeaten teams left in men's college basketball, along with Nebraska, who is number 5, and Miami of Ohio, who is number 24. One other key Big 12 matchup from Saturday moved around the polls a little bit as Houston fell 4 spots to number 10 after falling to Texas Tech. Texas Tech moves up 1 spot to number 11. The biggest drop came to Purdue, though, as they fall from number 4 to number 12 after falling to Illinois. Iowa State moved up 1 spot to be the number 8 team in the country. K-State basketball is looking for a turnaround battle tonight as they are on the road in Morgantown, West Virginia against the West Virginia Mountaineers. The Wildcats, who are 10-10 on the year and 1-6 in conference play, battles against West Virginia, who is 13-7 on the year and 4-3 in Big 12 play. K-State is off to a 1-6 start in Big 12 play for the second straight year, but when they started off 1-6 last year, they won 8 of their final 13 conference games to finish 9-11 in conference play. And in fact, the team that K-State defeated last year to squander a 6-game losing streak was West Virginia, and that ignited a 6-game win streak. So they'll look for history to repeat itself tonight as tip-off is scheduled for 7:30 at Hope Coliseum. That's your halftime report. More basketball action is coming up next.
Whether you want a small home remodel or need repairs done or have a brand new build project in mind, Erickson Custom Building is your choice. All of us at Erickson Custom Building would like to thank our customers for 20 years of business and friendship. Brian and the crew at Erickson have spent those years developing excellent customer service and quality leadership for all types of projects, big or small, traditional or trendy. When your project is finished, it will reflect your vision for quality and follow-through that exceeds your expectations, not your budget. Call Erickson Custom Building or find us on the web at ericksoncustombldg.com.
Need reliable electrical work? Call Headland Electric in McPherson. We are locally family-owned and committed to providing quality electrical services. Give us a call at 620-241-3757 or visit headlandelectricinc.com.
The Bradbury Company, headquartered in Mound Ridge, is a family-owned custom equipment builder, and they're hiring qualified candidates for manufacturing roles. Apply online at BradburyGroup.com. The Bradbury Company, wishing the best of luck to all the teams.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome back in the Midway Motors broadcast booth on our First Bank Kansas halftime report. It is a 31-9 lead right now for Smoky Valley over Trinity Catholic after one half of basketball. Kinsley Haxton's just a point away from her career high. 14 points in the first half, 12 of those coming in the first quarter. Yeah, she is the leading scorer for the Vikings. 4 points for Cameron Ryan in the second quarter. A 3-pointer from Eiley DeVar to start this game. She's got 3. Sophie Iron made a 3 in the first quarter. 3 points for Hope Schrog in quarter number 1 as well. And 2 points each for Braylon Whitaker and Grace Dudley. Grace's 2 points both came from the free throw line. For Trinity Catholic in the first half, Sienna Masco has 6 of their 9 points. She did go out with a couple fouls there in the second quarter. 2 points for Emma Martin on a jump shot out top there in the second quarter, and a free throw from Brecken Dowsey in the first quarter for Trinity Catholic against Smoky Valley with a 31-9 lead at halftime over the Celtics here tonight. Kinsley Haxton, the next bucket that she makes in this game would be a new career high, or she would go to the free throw line and make a free throw, and she could tie it and then get a new career high. She makes a 2-shot opportunity or something of the sort. So Kinsley's having a very good first half. Slowed down a bit in the second quarter, but again, the Vikings still have the 22-point lead as they led it at the end of the first quarter on a 3 from Kinsley Haxton by 20, 23-3. So that second quarter was a 8-6 advantage for the Vikings, with the 22-point lead at halftime. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more of our First Bank Kansas halftime report. We'll finish it up and get you ready for half number 2 here in Hutchinson. This is Viking basketball on the First Bank Kansas halftime report on KLBG.
More of the First Bank Kansas halftime report is coming up. First Bank. Choose a bank that works for you. KLBG Lindsborg. The Smoky Valley Vikings play on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
The hub where good times spin. Brick of it up where dreams begin. Brewed and baked just for you. The hub's the place for something true.
Hey, it's Sammy from the Hub Brick Oven and Brewery, inviting y'all to join us in Mound Ridge. The station, Coffee and Bakery, is open at 7:30 a.m. Monday through Saturday for all your coffee, bakery, and ice cream fixes. Don't forget to try one of our delicious appetizers. Our brick oven is fired up from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Come get your grub at the Hub.
Winter chores don't stop, and neither do you. With a new John Deere Gator utility vehicle from Prairie Land Partners, getting the job done is a whole lot more comfortable. A heated cab that seats 3, a redesigned customizable cargo box, plus 4-wheel drive with up to 4,000 pounds of towing, make it a machine you'll want to climb into. Special financing offers are available. Stop by or learn more online at prairielandpartners.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Prairie Land Partners.
Ring in the new year with 120 days of MTC Fiber Internet for free. Make faster internet your easiest resolution by visiting mtcforme.com/getfibernow, calling 877-216-9951, or stopping by one of our offices in Little River, Lyons, Marquette, McPherson, or Sterling. New year, new internet with MTC Fiber Internet.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome back in the Midway Motors broadcast booth at halftime. Smoky Valley leading 31-9 over Trinity Catholic. We'll take a look at some other scores brought to you by McPherson Dental Care on our scoreboard. McPherson Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. Not a lot going on tonight, but we do have some halftime scores. Minneapolis leading Lions 37-17. And Central Plains over Maxville 21-18 after one half of play. Some of our Southeast Kansas scores. Anderson County girls lead Humboldt 19-16.5, and Independence over Iola 33-8. You can always find out what games are happening on the broadcast booth page at hutchradio.com, and you can also, or McPhersonRadio.com, and you can always check out and listen to the games on your phone with the Ad Astra Radio app powered by NextEc Wireless. It is Trinity Catholic with the basketball, moving left to right to start the second half. Annika Paulsrud, Kara Nelson, Sienna Maskell, Brecken Dowsey, Eiley Cost, original starting five out there for the Celtics. Lob pass in for Maskell. She finds herself open and rolls one in. She has now 8 of the 11 for the Celtics. It's 31-11. Smoky Valley with the lead. Quick outlet pass. Brown has it. Left lane line, whips it on the baseline to DeBar. Eiley's shot was partially blocked. She got her own rebound, lost her glasses. They got stepped on. And Eiley Cost helps out Eiley DeBar to get those back to her. And they seem straight. She's good to go. Ball was knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Trinity Catholic. And Smoky Valley will have the basketball on the baseline. Eiley DeBar to throw it in. Into Haxton. Back out to Ryan. Trying to get it back to DeBar. It's not there. Good closeout on the inside. Then Ryan looking in for Haxton. Throws it over her head. Out of bounds. Back to Trinity. Same starters for Smoky Valley with Haxton, DeBar, Whitaker, Ryan, and Brown. Inbound here for the Celtics on the baseline. Cost to throw it in. She gets it to Paulsrud on the near side. Up ahead looking for Dowsey. The ball knocked out of bounds. The last touch by Whitaker. I want to thank more of our sponsors. Erickson Custom Building, Midway Motors, Prairieland Partners, American Family Insurance, Steve Barch, Our Performance Automotive. Some of our sponsors here tonight. It is Celtic basketball. Inbound play on the near side to Maskell. Up and right back across to Paulsrud. Looking across the lane, and Brown was reading it the whole time, and Natalie gets a steal. Pushing the floor with 3-on-2. Brown goes up on Maskell. Some contact, no foul. Ryan has the rebound, and she is fouled from behind. Go to the free throw line for 2 attempts. Foul this time is called on Maskell, so that's her third. First team foul called on the Celtics in the second half. And Cameron Ryan to the free throw line for Smoky Valley. She was 2 for 4 in the first half from the stripe. First one on the way for Ryan is up and in. 32-11, Smoky Valley. And the second free throw upcoming for Ryan. And Cameron's improved her free throw shooting as the season's gone on. She's now 4 for 6 in this game. She knocks down the second one. Back to a 22-point lead for the Vikings at 33-11. Pressure on Koss on the inbound. DeBar knocks it loose. It goes out of bounds in the near corner. And will stay right here with the Celtics. 52 seconds into the second half. Each team has scored 2 points. Paulsrud goes to inbound for Trinity Catholic on the baseline. Official tells her she can move on the baseline. The bounce pass goes in for Dowsey. Brecken blows by Whitaker coming up the floor, gets by Brown, and she threw it underneath the basket on the shot attempt, and Ryan has the rebound. Quick outlet. Haxton feeds underneath Whitaker, trying to go right back to Kinsley. It's tipped out, but DeBar comes out of there with it. Well, Kinsley threw an extra pass. She probably didn't need to. Ryan into the corner, a step back three for Haxton. Nothing but net, a new career high. 17 points for Kinsley Haxton. That's her second 3 of the game. 38-11. Smoky Valley with 36-11, excuse me. It's a 3-pointer, not a 5-pointer. As Dowsey goes into the lane, somehow avoids a travel as she fell down, and the pass into the corner, jump shot missing for Kara Nelson. It's out of bounds on the rebound off of Smoky Valley, though, so the Celtics will keep the possession of the inbound play upcoming for Annika Paulsrud. 6:27 in the third quarter as the Vikings lead 36-11. Haxton was 17. The inbound goes right in the middle of the lane. Whitaker has a steal. Probably one of the fastest players on the team. Paulsrud catches up with her, though. Whitaker missed the shot, but a foul on Annika is her second, and free throws coming up for Braylon Whitaker. It's the second team foul on the Celtics in this third quarter. So Whitaker to the free throw line for Smoky Valley. She's 2 of 6 on the year from the stripe. Not a lot of opportunities for Braylon. Looking for her third point on the first free throw here. First one on the way for Braylon, and it's off the front rim missing. More of our sponsors, including Iron Horse Financial, Bethany Village, Advanced Physical Therapy, 37 Print Co., Farmers State Bank, and Crump Lumber. Second free throw coming up here for Whitaker. Looking to extend this lead out to 16. That one bounces over the top, rolls off. Rebound Maskell. Brown trying to get in there and force a tie-up, but Sienna's able to take it out of there and keep it for the Celtics. Cross half court, Paulsrud guarded closely out top by Haxton. Vikings are in a man-to-man in the half court. Koss drives the left lane line, cut off by Haxton, and bounces it up off the glass and in. Eiley Koss with her first basket of the game, and it's 36-13 Vikings. Smoky Valley basketball. Haxton quickly across half court. Dowsey trying to get a steal and got a little bit too overzealous there and gets called for the foul. That's her first of the second half, but her third in the game. And it's team foul number 3 on Trinity Catholic in the third quarter. So Dowsey and Maskell each have 3 fouls. They stay on the floor. It's a 23-point Viking lead. DeBar checks out. Sophie Iyer back in for Smoky Valley. Good cut to the basket on the baseline for Ryan. Cameron missed the shot, though, and a rebound goes to Paulsrud. Celtics with the basketball. Dowsey bringing it up the floor. Shuffled her feet. Whitaker stayed right in front of her and backed away from the contact, and Dowsey gets called for the travel. Smoky Valley with the basketball back in a 23-point lead. 5:44 in the third. Paxton with the inbound play as Paulsrud gets a hand on it and knocks it out of bounds into the Trinity Catholic bench here on the near sideline. And it goes or stays right here with the Vikings. Paxton in for Brown. She's used her dribble in a pretty tough spot. Tries to get it up ahead. Dowsey knocked it loose, and then Cost has a steal. And Braylon Whitaker called for a foul from behind as Eiley was headed to the basket. I think it's on the floor. That's number 4 on Braylon Whitaker. And it is team foul number 1 on Smoky Valley in this third quarter. So the turnover there for the Vikings, their first of the second half. It was called on the floor, so an inbound play for Annika Paulsrud. Good pressure defense by Haxton. They get it into Cost, back to Paulsrud. She fires a 3 off the catch. It misses. Grace Dudley, who just checked in for Whitaker, gets the rebound, and here's Brown quickly up for Haxton. Kinsley takes the dribble. She wanted to throw a pass and didn't see Dowsey in there, and it ended up being a travel because she couldn't get rid of the ball in time. She had the right idea. She wanted to get an assist there and get a bucket underneath, but that lane closed fast with Dowsey coming back in transition defense. 5:23 in the third quarter, still 36-13. Smoky Valley with the lead. Maskell on the inside. Brown comes over and forces a tie-up across the lane there, and the ball will go back to Smoky Valley. See inbound play on the baseline coming for Kinsley Haxton. 5:15 in the third quarter. They get it in for Brown. Up ahead, finds Haxton across half court to the left side lane. She pulls it back out now and gets it to Dudley. Dudley, one dribble, back to Haxton on the left side. Kinsley with a fake. Bounce pass in for Brown, puts up a shot. Maskell blocked it. Brown trying to get a steal on the rebound, but she gets across the arm that time and gets called for the foul. It is the first on Natalie Brown, team foul number 2 on the Vikings. We're 3 minutes into the third quarter. It's still a 23-point Smoky Valley lead at 36-13. Brecken Dowsey bringing it up the floor for the Vikings. Taking a couple dribbles out top with a crossover, driving into the lane. Brown knocked it out of her hands. It goes out of bounds. Dowsey took a hard tumble in the middle of the lane there. Possession stays with the Celtics. Smoky Valley coming in tonight to Hutchinson. They'll have another non-conference game, non-league game coming up on Friday as they'll host Russell. Inbound play. They get it to Cost in the middle of the lane. Eiley missed the shot. Paulsrud, the rebound, putback missing, but a foul called on Smoky Valley. And this one is on Natalie Brown as well. That's her second, third team foul. Free throws coming up here for Annika Paulsrud. 68% from the line this season, just under 68%. 21 of 31 coming into this game. First of 2 free throws for Annika on the way, and it's nothing but net. It's her first point of the game for the Celtics. 36-14, Vikings leading it by 22. They put that point on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Second free throw on the way for Paulsrud. It's off to the left, missing. Maskell the rebound and put back. She's got 10 in double figures for the 5th time this season. 36-16 the score. Up the floor, a missing shot for Cameron Ryan. The rebound, though, goes to Brown. Natalie has it, taking a couple dribbles back out top. Sophie Iyer moves over to the left side wing and gets the pass from Brown. Sophie taking a dribble and a foul on the inside called as Ryan was looking for position. And I think they're going to get Nelson for Trinity Catholic with the foul away from the ball. It is the second on Kara Nelson. And the 4th team foul already for the Celtics with 4:28 still to play in the third quarter. Coach Overmight is looking for an explanation on the foul there, but I don't know if she'll get it. Inbound play. Haxton flashing right side at the right block. Brown adjusts, too strong on the shot. Dudley there for the rebound and put back for Smoky Valley on the left side. Grace Dudley with 4 points off the Natalie Brown miss. Back to a 22-point Viking lead at 38-16. Trinity Catholic of the basketball. Dribbling out top is Dowsey. Brecken drives. She lost her pivot foot, but they didn't call a travel. They look inside for Cost, and a foul from behind called again on Natalie Brown. That's her third, and they've all come in this third quarter. 4th team foul called on Smoky Valley. So the next foul for each team will put the other team in the bonus the rest of this third quarter on common fouls. Allie DeBarn, Hope Schrock back into the game for the Vikings for Brown and Iyer. Smoky Valley got off to a really good start. They led 23-3 at the end of the first quarter, but they really haven't been able to create a whole lot of separation since then. Paulsford with the inbound play, and it's a 22-point lead for the Vikings right now. Bounce pass goes to Dowsey on the left wing. Brecken, crossover dribble. Schrock cuts off the baseline to get it back over to the left wing for Guajardo. Looking in, knocked out from behind, and it's not quite a steal yet. A lot of contact from Paulsford over there, and it went out of bounds off of Annika on the far sideline. As Smoky Valley gets it back on the turnover for Trinity Catholic. So the Vikings with it. Haxton dribbling at that TC logo across half court. And setting things up for this Smoky Valley offense. And a little bit too, whoa, they called an offensive foul on Kinsley Haxton. She's as surprised as I am. It's the first foul on Kinsley, so that's a player control foul. So no free throws for Trinity Catholic, but it is a turnover. No, okay, I was going to say, like, that seemed a little bit odd that it was a offensive foul. They actually called it on Annika Paulsrud, which I don't know that Annika was really even around there. Brecken Dowsey's like, I'm pretty sure that was on me. It's the third on Paulsrud and the 15th foul, so it is free throws. It was actually on Cameron Ryan away from the ball, apparently. So Cameron knocks down the first free throw. She's got 7. And it's 39-16 in favor of the Vikings. So that explains why the foul was not called on Dowsey, because it wasn't on Haxton dribbling the ball. Ryan gets the roll on the second one. 4 for 4 from the free throw line here in this quarter. 6 for 8 in the game. 40-16. Vikings lead by 24. Dowsey brings it up the floor for Trinity Catholic across to Paulsrud on the right wing. Annika picks up the dribble in a tough spot. Ryan knocks the ball loose. We have a tie-up, and the Celtics will keep the possession. Inbound play will be coming on the baseline this time for Trinity Catholic. Throwing it in will be Paulsrud. Sienna Maskell with 10 to lead the way for the Celtics. Kinsley Haxton with a new career high with 17 for Smoky Valley. Inbound play on the baseline, Paulsrud. Good cut to the basket by Dowsey, but a foul call from behind on the miss by Brecken. She hit the deck hard, gets help up from Paulsrud. Foul was called on Kinsley Haxton this time, and it is her first personal, so there's the 15th foul on the Vikings. 3:30 left in this third quarter. Both teams are in the bonus. Dowsey was in the act of shooting, so she would have had 2 free throws regardless, but again, it is the 15th foul. First of 2 coming up here for Brecken Dowsey is off to the left missing. She's 1 for 3 in the game from the stripe. Thank more of our sponsors: Mound Ridge Tractor, Blue Stem Communities, Health Equip, Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, Hutch Regional Medical Center. Second free throw coming up here for Dowsey on this trip to the line. High arcing shot off the back iron missing, and Maskell had the rebound. Dudley knocked it loose, saves it right to Maskell, who then gets fouled by Schrock. So Sienna Maskell will go to the free throw line for 2 attempts now for Trinity Catholic. Hope calling for her second. And the again in the double bonus, so I'm not keeping track of team fouls anymore. It's just a habit, right? You mark it down on the personal foul, and then you find your team fouls, and once you're past that, you just don't even keep track of it anymore. First free throw, too strong off the back iron for Maskell. She's now 0 for 2 from the line. Sienna with 10 of the 16 for Trinity Catholic. Looking for point number 11 here on the second free throw. And that one rolls in. So 11 for Sienna Maskell, and it's 40-17. Smoky Valley leading it by 23. Inbound play, Haxton double teamed on the press. Quick outlet pass up ahead to DeBar. Smoky Valley with the basketball. Eiley pressured and then walked as Dowsey got a hand in front of her and forced her to lose the pivot foot on the gather. So the turnover for Smoky Valley, giving it back to the Celtics. Dowsey runs point this time for Trinity Catholic, bringing it across half court on the near side. Over the left side wing to Guajardo. Alyssa turning off of a double team, goes in the middle of the lane. It ends up in the hands of Maskell, driving in on Schrock. Bank shot too strong, and Koss trying to get the rebound. We have a jump ball. It'll stay here with Trinity. It's an inbound play on the baseline coming for the Celtics. Brecken Dowsey to throw it in. 3 players are in the near corner here looking to set like a triple screen is what it would look like, but they're not going to stay in that spot. Instead, they clear out, and Paulsrud has it. Maskell back over to the right wing for Guajardo. Guajardo shot blocked by Dudley. Into the hands of Maskell. She adjusts, puts up the shot, can't get the roll. Rebound tipped around, and Paulsrud is fouled, but can't get it to roll in. Paulsrud fouled by Ryan. That's her third. And Annika to the charity stripe for Trinity Catholic. First one for Paulsrud on the way, and it bounces off the mark. So Annika 1 for 3 in the game from the line. 40-17 the score. As Schrank checks out. Flax back in for Smoky Valley. Second free throw for Paulsrud on the way. That one bounces around, misses. Rebound left block to Cameron Ryan. She's done a really nice job on the boards tonight for Smoky Valley. Lost the dribble for a second, but gets it back on the right wing to the elbow. Flax back to Ryan. Cameron takes the left lane, drives in, head across the arm. The ball stripped out of her hands, and a steal for Trinity Catholic. Up ahead, Dowsey beats everybody to the basket and lays it in. Brecken Dowsey with their first field goal of the game. She's got 3, and it's 40-19. Smoky Valley leading it by 21 with 2:23 still to play here in this third quarter. Inbound play as it was knocked out of bounds on that far side by Trinity Catholic off the make and inbound. Here's Haxton up the floor, and a foul in the backcourt called on Trinity Catholic. If this is Dowsey, it'd be her 4th. And it is on Brecken. That's a tough one there on her. As Haxton will go back to the free throw line for 2 attempts for Smoky Valley. Looking to add to her career high and looking for her first 20-point game of her career. 17 tonight for Kinsley. She had 12 in the first quarter for Smoky Valley. Fans, don't forget to nominate your mom for the mom of the game from Scooters Coffee. Winning moms will get a Scooters Coffee gift card. You can go to HutchRadio.com or McPhersonRadio.com to nominate your mom for the mom of the game. Haxton misses the first free throw. That's from Scooters Coffee and Hutchinson and McPherson. Eiley Koss checking out. Back into the game is Kara Nelson. Dowsey also came out with her 4 fouls as it was Emma Martin coming back in. Haxton's second free throw misses off the front rim. And the rebound goes to the Celtics. Paulsrud coming the other way for Trinity. Into the corner, Guajardo lines up about a 17-footer that misses off the side of the backboard. Rebound goes to Maskell back in the lane, laying it up and in. 7 in the quarter now, 13 in the game for Sienna Maskell. The Celtics back within 19 at 40-21. A steal now for Guajardo in transition. Shot misses for Martin. Rebound goes to Ryan. But the ball on the deck again, and Trinity Catholic has another takeaway. Now a shot for Guajardo, banking in from the right elbow. Alyssa Guajardo with her first basket of the game. 40-23, the lead 17 for the Vikings against the full court press. Haxton brings it across half court. Pulls up middle of the lane. Jump shot spins around and out for Kinsley. She got her own rebound. Baseline shot misses again. And this is Nelson pulling it out. 1:20 to play, third quarter, 40-23. Vikings the lead. Out top. Pass goes right side. Maskell with it. Guarded by Ryan. Trying to take the dribble back to Guajardo. Guajardo in the corner. Back to Paulsrud. Rocket that pass. And Paulsrud somehow feeds it in for Maskell. Sienna adjusts and lays it up and in again. 15 points for Sienna Maskell, and that is just one off of her career high. And a timeout called by Jason Drulard in Smoky Valley. The lead is down to 15 for the Vikings at 40-25. 57.7 remaining in this third quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We're back from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
At Hutch CC, I learned way more than what was in the books. Small classes, real support, and friends who feel like family. It gave me the confidence to chase what's next. Your future begins at hutchcc.edu.
Are you tired of your dusty or muddy driveway? APAC Kansas Shears Division is here to help. This is Derek Fees. Call us and ask us about our asphalt millings. If you are a do-it-yourselfer, arrange for pickup or delivery at your convenience. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome back in the Midway Motors broadcast booth. 40-25 the score in favor of Smoky Valley over Trinity Catholic. But the Celtics right now are on a 9-0 run. And Sienna Maskell has scored 9 points in this third quarter with 15 in the game now. Her career high was 16 against Chaparral back on December 13th. So the Vikings have the basketball back after their timeout. Coach Drulard wanted to get them to calm things down a little bit. Trinity Catholic has moved into a full court press, and it's definitely benefited them. Now they're kind of sitting back in a half court defense. Quick inbound goes to Cameron Ryan, kicking into the corner for DeBar. Eiley over to Haxton on the left wing. Kinsley spins in the lane, turns, free throw line jumper is in for Kinsley Haxton. 19 points now for Kinsley, and that ends the 9-0 run. 17-point lead again for the Vikings at 42-25. Smart timeout there for the Vikings. The ball stolen away by Braylon Whitaker. Quick outlet pass up to Haxton. Kinsley adjusts, puts up the shot, miss, but she's fouled, hitting the deck hard. She'll go to the free throw line for 2 attempts. So 2 free throws for Haxton. The foul was called on Kara Nelson, her third. Haxton missed 2 on her last trip. She's looking for the first 20-point game of her career here. 2 opportunities for Kinsley Haxton to extend on this 17-point lead. First one on the way and bouncing too strong. She'll have another one coming up. More sponsors for the game tonight. Farm Bureau Luke Bauer, Inman Funeral Home, Headland Electric, the Bradbury Company, and the Hub. We'll have our Hub brick oven play of the game in the post game here on the Vikings Locker Room Show. Second free throw, nothing but net. Kinsley Haxton has 20, the first time in her career. 43-25 the score in favor of the Vikings. Cross half court, Guajardo on the near side, trying to dribble through 2 defenders. The crossover was tied up, and Smoky Valley gets it on the alternating arrow. So that timely timeout from Jason Drulard, and Smoky Valley has gotten 3 turnovers and scored 3 points since then. Inbound play for Haxton on the near side. Into the front court, Ryan into the corner for DeBar. Eiley with 22 seconds left, fires a 3. That one spins halfway down and out. Long rebound to Whitaker, back over to Haxton. Haxton feeds left side to Ryan. DeBar tries again, and this one's nothing but net. The second 3 of the game for Eiley DeBar, and just like that, it's back to a 21-point lead, 46-25. 4 seconds left in the third. Maskell trying to back in, lost the dribble, saves it in, it's stolen, and the buzzer will sound in the third quarter. Great run to end that third quarter for Smoky Valley, scoring 6 straight off of a 9-0 run from Trinity Catholic. They took the timeout, and it benefited them. 21-point Viking lead. We're back in 60 seconds of the fourth quarter from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
Life's better when you're under our roof because our agents can help you choose insurance to help protect what matters most. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family could have the help they need to continue to pursue their dreams.
Visit your local American Family Insurance agent, Steve Barr, at 807 North Main, McPherson.
Products not available in all states. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
If you can't remember the last time you reviewed your insurance, you're not alone. Alliance Agency Inc. and Buckeye Insurance Group work together to make sure you are properly covered. Call the friendly, knowledgeable staff of Alliance Agency Inc. at 620-241-0213. They'll provide service that exceeds expectations and coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and Alliance Agency Inc. Working together to protect you.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Ready to start quarter number 4 here in Hutchinson as the Trinity Catholic Celtics trail by 21. Smoky Valley with a 46-25 lead here on KLBG as they went on a 6-0 run to end that third quarter to get back up by 21. Celtic basketball fitting inside. Eiley Cost out to Dowsey. Brecken for 3, and she knocks it down from the right side. Brecken Dowsey with her 5th 3 of the season for Trinity Catholic. 46-28 to score. Smoky Valley the basketball the other way. Dudley has it over to Haxton. Kinsley again with a career high 20 tonight for Smoky Valley. She dribbles over to the right wing into the corner for Dudley. Dudley back to Haxton. Nice spin, gets off the defense. Missed the shot though. Rebound in the middle lane to Brown. Layup missed. Rebound and a foul called on Smoky Valley. I believe they're going to get flax with this one. It is the second personal on Brenna. First team foul called on the Vikings in the fourth quarter. Both teams were into the bonus super early in the third quarter. As the Vikings get a steal, though, off the inbound. Brenna Flax takes it out of there. Brown out top. Crosses over to the left wing. Over to Whitaker. Braylon out top for Flax. Brenna drives the right lane line. Had it knocked away by Paulsrud, but got it back. Haxton with 7 minutes left brings it back out top. 46-28 after the three-pointer by Dowsey to start this fourth quarter. Dudley has it in the corner. Blows by the defense, takes it to the rack, and she's fouled from behind, missing the shot. But 2 free throws coming up here for Grace. 2 for 2 from the line. Grace Dudley has 4 points in the game. Foul was called on Paulsrud. That's her 4th. So 4 for Paulsrud and 4 for Dowsey here. First team foul called on Trinity in the fourth quarter. But again, Dudley in the act of shooting and knocks down the first free throw. Nothing but net. Grace struggled a bit at times early from the free throw line. She's 3 for 3 in this game, though, and it's 47-28 Vikings. Second one for Dudley on the way. That one rattles halfway down and out. Rebound tipped right to Brown. Underneath, reverse layup miss, but a foul called again, and I think they got Annika again. If they did, she's fouled out. And they did. So the risk of keeping Paulsrud in the game with 4 fouls, and then she fouls on a putback attempt here for Brown, fouling out of the game with 6:47 remaining. Paulsrud with a point tonight is what she finishes with. Came in averaging 7 a game. And free throws coming up here for Natalie Brown, looking for her first point tonight. That one's off the front rim missing. Brown just over 59% free throw shooting coming into the game. And the second free throw for Natalie is good, so she gets her first point there. And it's back to a 20-point lead for the Vikings at 48-28. Celtics have the basketball. Eiley Cost ahead of the pack. Found a wide open Kara Nelson breaking the press for her first basket of the game. Back to an 18-point game at 48-30. Smoky Valley with the advantage. Quick outlet pass up to Brenna Flax in transition, and she lays it up and in. She's got her first basket. It's 50-30 Smoky Valley. Dowsey wasting no time coming the other way. Gets by Whitaker. Takes it on the baseline. Trying to throw a pass. It went off the side of the backboard, and Whitaker has a steal. Quick outlet up for Dudley. Dudley looking underneath for Haxton. Kinsley with a banking shot missing. Rebound Flax. Put back high off the glass missing. Rebound taken out this time for Eiley Cost. Dowsey can't get it before she had to try to save it in and threw it away. A steal here underneath. Haxton misses. Rebound goes to Whitaker. She crosses right side. Banks it up missing. Rebound Flax. And we have a tie-up, and Smoky Valley will keep it. Vikings have it as they lead by 20, 50-30. Inbound play, but first a timeout by Jason Drulard. 5:52 to play in the game, 50-30. Smoky Valley will take the timeout as well. Back in 30 seconds from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
Most people know you have to change the engine oil regularly, but did you know that there are at least 4 other fluids that need serviced at regular intervals? These include transmission, power steering, brake, transfer cases, and more. Even hybrids require regular maintenance to maximize fuel economy and reduce costly repair bills. Come see the professional service team at Jarrett Automotive to make sure your car is in tip-top condition.
When it's time to give your car some kale, come to Jar. We'll see you there.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
And we're back here in the Midway Motors broadcast booth as it is Smoky Valley leading over Trinity Catholic 50-30. The Vikings looking to wrap up their 4th win in the last 5 games. They beat Trinity Catholic 5 days ago in the consolation semifinals of the Sterling Invitational by 31, 48-17. Got out to a 20-point lead after 1 quarter tonight. They really haven't looked back. They lead by 20 now, though, so they really haven't been able to create the separation they might want to. Brown has it right side on the wing for Smoky Valley out of the timeout. Back out to Haxton. Kinsley with a game-high 20 for the Vikings. Sienna Maskell has 15 for Trinity Catholic. Flax lost the dribble, got it back over to Haxton. Kinsley spinning off of Dowsey, takes it to the rack and lays it in. 22 for Kinsley Haxton and a 22-point lead for the Vikings. 52-30 the score as Smoky Valley puts on the full court press again. Up ahead, the ball's tipped out, kept alive by Guajardo on the right wing. In the half court, she gets it out top. A 3 on the way for Martin, pops out of there, and the rebound goes long. Flax and Koss tied up, and the Celtics keep the possession. Sienna Maskell coming back in for Trinity, for Martin, and back in for Smoky Valley are DeBar and I believe Ryan. Whitaker and Flax checking out for the Vikings. And the inbound play on the baseline for Guajardo. Smoky Valley looking to move to 5-7 if they can pick up this victory here against the Celtics and stay in the position that they're in right now. They're definitely in a great spot, leading it by 22 with just 5 minutes remaining. Left side on the wing, this is Nelson, pressured by Dudley. She gets it back to Guajardo, dribbling off of her foot, but it goes back out top for Kost. Kost gets a screen from Maskell. Into the corner, Dowsey's left open for three. That one hits front rim and misses, and Kinsley Haxton has the rebound in the middle of the lane. She's pushing the floor, looking to take it all the way to the rack. Layup in, 24 for Kinsley Haxton. 54-30, a 24-point lead for Smoky Valley. 4:37 to play in the game. Across half court, a hard screen that was not called out, and Kinsley's going to get called for the foul. It's the right call, and Nelson actually took the brunt of that, because Haxton was the one that had the full force going forward. When you're in practices and they tell you you got to communicate, that's what they're talking about. Kara Nelson came to set a screen, and it was a very effective screen, but she paid the price for it with a full speed ahead Kinsley Haxton on defense, and she gets called for her second personal foul, Inbound play on the baseline for Guajardo for Trinity Catholic. Guajardo looking in, finds Maskell. Ball's knocked out of her hands by Brown. Maskell missed the shot. Rebound at the left block goes to Brown. Viking basketball with a 24-point lead. 4:27 left. Nice pass from Brown underneath to Cameron Ryan as she has the bucket and into double figures for just the second time in her career with 10. 56-30 the score. Cameron had 14, a career high 5 days ago against the Celtics in the consolation semis of the Sterling Invitational. Guajardo has the ball knocked loose. Haxton has a steal for Smoky Valley out top. 56-30, pull-up jump shot, free throw line is in for Kinsley Haxton. Continuing a career night with 26. 58-30 Vikings. Driving into the lane, a blocking foul called on Smoky Valley as Dowsey hits the deck hard. Gets some good sportsmanship there from the Vikings and help up from Brown. The foul was called on Grace. No. So they put the second on Grace Dudley. That's the third team foul. And substitutes coming in here for Trinity Catholic is Eiley Costian, Maskell, and Brecken Dowsey will all check out. Allison Moody, a 5'8", 5'6" freshman, is into the game for the first time for Trinity Catholic. Aslan Cost is back out there. Brown will check out. Brogan Gingler out there for the first time, the 5'6" freshman for the Vikings. I believe she's the only player left on Coach Drew Larn's bench. He has a short bench here tonight. Inbound play as a jump shot from the baseline misses for Guajardo. Rebound put back underneath, missing. And this one goes to Smoky Valley. Vikings have it. Cameron Ryan across half court. Handing it to Haxton with 3:38 remaining. Also out there for the first time, Sophia Kaiser, a 5'4" freshman. Dudley has it. Might have got away with a travel. Three for DeBar. Nothing but net, and that'll engage the run, or initiate the running clock. Eiley DeMar with her third three of the game. She's got 9. That's her 14th three-pointer of the season and her 7th in the last 2 games. 61-30 the score. Guajardo has it back on top. The ball's tipped out. It's loose and on the deck. Haxton has a steal. Kinsley up ahead to Brogan Gingler. Gingler catches. It's knocked loose, though, but out of bounds. No, they call the foul on Gingler after the steal. So the turnover there for the Vikings, and Brogan Gingler called for her third. That can't be her third, can it? She just checked into the game. I'm putting fouls on the wrong spot there. Oh, I just wrote 2 down on Grace on the wrong spot. That's the first on Brogan Gingler. Third team foul on Smoky Valley. Haxton checking out of the game, likely for the rest of the evening with a career-high 26. Pass whipped inside and over the hands of Aslan Koss, stolen away by Hope Schrawn. The turnover there for Trinity Catholic, their 5th of the 4th quarter, but then a backcourt violation on Smoky Valley will give it back to the Celtics. 61-30 the score, Smoky Valley with the advantage. Kinsley Haxton with 26, Cameron Ryan with 10. Those are your double-figure scores for the Vikings. Sienna Masco leading the way for Trinity Catholic with 15, just 1 point off of her career high. Travel out top called on Emma Martin. Will give it back to Smoky Valley. 61-30. Vikings will move to 5-7 with this win here this evening as Trinity Catholic will drop to 0-14. Flax dribbling out top and guarded over there by Kaiser. On the right wing, Dudley with it now. Cut off by Martin. Dudley with a bounce pass in for Schrag. Hope backs in, turns back to Dudley on the right wing. Grace drives, pull-up shot, banking, up and off the mark, and we have a foul on the floor. Moving screen, I believe, on Hope Schrag is what they call. There'll be a turnover there for Smoky Valley, and the third personal foul on Schrag. It's the 15th foul. Jason Drulard just wanted an explanation from the official here on the near side. Shakes his head yes and just goes about his business. Right corner, this is Guajardo with it. Martin left side now for Moody. Moody puts up a three that misses front rim. Long rebound into the corner. Moody tries to save it, but it goes out of bounds. And we'll go back to the Vikings with just a minute left in this contest and a 61-30 lead. Moody is on the deck and in some pain. Right at 1 minute, they stop it. We have an injury timeout. It's brought to you by Pyle Law. Have you been injured at work or in a car wreck? Pyle Law takes the time to explain your options and get you the benefits you deserve. We don't have to take the break, but we do have a bit of an injury timeout here. I believe that in technicality, Moody should have to check out of the game. But they're just going to, actually, they're probably going to go ahead and take her out as Karen Nelson will come back in. When you stop play, the player's technically supposed to come out of the game, but I don't think it is something that the officials are going to be sticklers about with a running clock and a 31-point lead for the Vikings here. Dudley takes the left lane line, goes all the way to the rack, missed the shot. Schrag has the rebound, blocked from behind, and this time the rebound taken out by the Celtics. Guajardo pushing, good look up ahead. Martin with a shot on the way, rolling off the front, missing. Flax has the rebound for Smoky Valley, and a foul called on the Celtics. The foul is on Sophia Kaiser, her first. Second team foul called on the Celtics. Inbound play coming for Smoky Valley, but subbing back in is Moody for Nelson. 61-30 the score. As we have our Viking locker room show coming up. Still a little bit of time to go. 12 seconds left. The ball's knocked out by Kaiser. And I don't even know if Smoky Valley will try to inbound this ball. 4 seconds on the clock. Flax lobs it into Schrag. Hope puts up a right lane line jump shot as the buzzer sounds and misses. And that's your final. Smoky Valley wins this one by 31 in the end, 61-30. They jumped out to a 23-3 lead after one quarter. They never looked back. Trinity Catholic actually got the lead down to, I'm trying to see where that time, they added at 15 on a 9-0 run at 40-25, but a great finish to the game here for Smoky Valley, going 21-5 to win it 61-30 in the end. Vikings are now 5-7 on the season, while the Celtics drop to 0-14. We take a timeout. We come back with our Viking Locker Room show from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball, KLBG.
Coverage of Smoky Valley Vikings basketball continues next with the Viking Locker Room Show. Join Dusty Dinas all season for Smoky Valley Vikings basketball. Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
If you're changing jobs or considering early retirement, you may be wondering what to do with your 401k. Before taking any action, make sure you know the rules, as mistakes can be costly. At Iron Horse Financial, we can show you how to avoid IRS penalties and full taxation, plus a little-known strategy to access funds early. For more info, go to 401krollovermistakes.com and download your free guide. You can also reach us at 620-765-6456.
At McPherson Laundry and Dry Cleaners, we take pride in helping our customers look good, and we're proud to be a part of downtown McPherson with drop-off and pickup services now at A5 Western. We can save you time with our laundry service and offer specialty services as well, including wedding dress cleaning and preservation, bedding, drapes, and blankets. Drop off and pick up from McPherson Laundry and Dry Cleaners at A5 Western in downtown McPherson.
Nestled in the beautiful community of Lindsborg, you'll find assisted living at its finest at Sunflower Terrace by Bethany Village. Whether you seek full independence, freedom from cooking, or just a little day-to-day assistance, Sunflower Terrace is a place you can feel at home.
Definitely come to Sunflower Terrace. Get a tour, come and look. And it was very easy, and so it was perfect.
Get your free guide today at sunflowerterrace.com.
Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers is all about the good and creating more of it. More drive-through celebrations, more weekend traditions, more family dinners and lunches, more car picnics and road trips, more desserts, maybe more second desserts. More celebrating being together as much as we can. There's always room for more good and more Freddy's. Keep the good going with a taste that brings you back.
Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers in Hutchinson and McPherson.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome back in the Midway Motors broadcast booth as we are into our Viking locker room show. Smoky Valley moving to 5-7. They've won 4 of their last 5 with this victory over Trinity Catholic 61-30 tonight. Celtics are 0-14 with the loss. Kinsley Haxton, a new career high 26 points. She blew away her previous career high. She had a career high of 15 against Belle Plaine back on December 15th. Her first 20-point game of her career, again finishing with 26 tonight on 11 of 18 unofficially. 2 of 6 at the line and 2 3-point land. She had 12 of those 26 points in the first quarter and came away with another 6 in the third, 6 in the fourth, and finishing again with 26 for Smoky Valley. Also in double figures, Cameron Ryan had 10 points, going 2 of 9 from the floor and 6 of 8 from the free throw line. 9 points out by Eiley DeBoer on 3 3-pointers. She's made 7 threes in the last 2 games combined and now has 14 on the season for Smoky Valley. Off the bench, 5 points for Grace Dudley in the game. Also, Hope Schrag and Sophie Iyer each with 3 points, and 2 points apiece for Brenna Flax and Braylon Whitaker. Natalie Brown had a free throw and a point. Brogan Gingler also played in the game for Smoky Valley but did not score. The Vikings win by a final of 61-30. Sienna Maskell was 1 point away from her career high. She had 15, including 9 in the third quarter. 6 points for Brecken Dowsey on a 3-pointer in the fourth quarter and a bucket and a free throw in the first. Also, 2 points each for Eiley Cost, Kara Nelson, Emma Martin, and Alyssa Guajardo, and a free throw from Annika Paulsrud in the third quarter. Gave her a point here tonight as well. But again, the Vikings win it by a final of 61-30 here in Hutch. As we will take one more timeout, we come back. We'll have our play and player of the game on the Viking Locker Room Show from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
More of the Viking Locker Room Show is next. Coming up, we'll name today's People's Bank and Trust Player of the Game. KLBG Lindsborg, Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Hi, this is Lucas Raleigh with Raleigh Insurance. If you're thinking about shopping your business's insurance, let us do the shopping for you with our newly expanded markets and carriers. As an independent agency, we've been working with large commercial accounts to small family businesses across Kansas for over 50 years. Check out RaleighInsurance.biz, see me in Little River, or stop by Raleigh Insurance in Inman or Lyons today.
Since 1965, your choice for home, auto, farm, and commercial insurance. Raleigh Insurance. Get your free quote today.
Protect your home with WaveTech Roofing and Guttering in McPherson. Eco-friendly synthetic roofing to lifetime gutter systems, we deliver durability you can count on. Call today for your free estimate or visit wavetechroofing.com.
Elevate every space with the Good Merchant in Lindsborg. From unique home decor to thoughtful gifts and beautiful accessories, you'll find the good stuff for every occasion. Shop your style at the Good Merchant, downtown Lindsborg.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome back in our Viking Locker Room Show here in the Midway Motors broadcast booth. Smoky Valley winning on our girls contest over Trinity Catholic 61-30. We're not too far from needing to get into our boys broadcast here, so we're going to quickly name our Hub Brick Oven Play of the Game, featuring their world-famous Brick Oven Pizza. Get your grub at the Hub. 100 South Christian in Mound Ridge. We're going to give it to Kinsley Haxton on the three-pointer that she had early in the third quarter. And at that point, I'm trying to see where that score is. 33-11. It gave Smoky Valley a 36-11 lead, but it also gave her a new career high at that point with 17. Kinsley finishes with 26. That's our play of the game, the Hub Brick Oven Play of the Game. Again, featuring their world-famous Brick Oven Pizza. Get your grub at the Hub, 100 South Christian at Mound Ridge. That leads us into our People's Bank and Trust Player of the Game. Community banking at its best with 21 locations in Kansas. This is People's Country. That's pretty easy, too. Kinsley Haxton with 26 points, a career high, 11 of 18 from the floor, 2 of 3 from three-point land as well, as she now has 9 three-point makes on the season. for Smoky Valley. Kinsley Haxton, our player of the game from People's Bank and Trust. Community banking at its best with 21 locations in Kansas. This is People's Country. That'll wrap up our girls broadcast. Jason Drillard usually will come up and talk to us. We'll see if he tries to squeeze in before the boys game or just comes in at halftime. Either way, we do want to hopefully talk to Coach Drillard about the win here tonight. 61-30 the final score in favor of the Vikings. We take a timeout. We'll have our Midway Motors drive to the game on the boys' side coming up from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
You're on the Midway Motors drive to the game. Stream Smoky Valley Vikings basketball all season on the free Ad Astra Radio app. The Smoky Valley Vikings play on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
At McPherson Dental Care, Dr. Elena Kuchera is proud to serve her hometown.
I grew up in McPherson. I was born here at the hospital. I went to high school here. Some people might remember me better as Elena Wallace. I just love the McPherson community. It's home for me. I love getting to see familiar faces at the dental office. I just have such an appreciation for McPherson, so I'm very grateful to get to serve the McPherson community. I'm Dr. Elena Kuchera, and I'm ready to see you in McPherson, Buhler, and Inman. McPherson Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
Whether you want a small home remodel or need repairs done or have a brand new build project in mind, Erickson Custom Building is your choice. All of us at Erickson Custom Building would like to thank our customers for 20 years of business and friendship. Brian and the crew at Erickson have spent those years developing excellent customer service and quality leadership for all types of projects, big or small, traditional or trendy. When your project is finished, it will reflect your vision for quality and follow-through that exceeds your expectations, not your budget. Call Erickson Custom Building or find us on the web at ericksoncustombldg.com.
Art Shirt Gear for Sport at 109 North Main, downtown Lindsborg, is a proud supporter of the Smoky Valley Vikings and the Bethany Swedes. Be sure to stop by before the game and check out the new apparel to show your team pride. We wish all the student athletes a safe and successful season.
Your health matters, and so does being close to the care you need. McPherson Center for Health offers compassionate care right here in your community. McPherson Center for Health, caring for you close to home.
Midway Motors offers the most convenient way to service your vehicle with our pickup and drop-off service. Multi-point inspection video texted to you so you can see what the technicians are seeing, handy text approvals of proposed work, and even the option to pay through text. And if you decide it's time to sell your vehicle, we can appraise your vehicle and let you know what it's worth. Schedule your hassle-free service appointment today at midwaymotors.com. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome into our Midway Motors drive to the game on the boys' side. Smoky Valley and Trinity Catholic as the Vikings come in with a record of 7-4. Trinity Catholic is 4-9 as the Vikings again have the boys contest coming up next. Jason Drillard will join us here on our Midway Motors drive to the game as we wrap up the girls contest. Coach sits here 10th straight win over Trinity Catholic. He got out to a 20-point lead after one, 23-3. Really weren't pulling away until then late in the game. They made a nice run and they battled tonight against you and got it down to 15. Actually it was 15 at 40-25 after a 9-0 run. But you guys responded after you took a timeout and then kind of ran away from there. What a night from Kinsley with 26 for you. New career high for her first 20-point game, and she was just very aggressive and all over the floor for you tonight.
Yeah, I love seeing that from her. She's a hard worker, but also just an incredible leader. She is the point guard of this program, and somebody that we do look for leadership, but also just excellent play. I've kind of told her before that there's about three people that can't have a bad day: the coaches and the point guard, and that she's taken that responsibility and has done a tremendous job. I told her to stay aggressive, and she listened and looking for a shot more. And also, she's kind of one of those kids that settles us down when we tend to start to spiral. She's one of them. You will actually see her tell everybody, "Hey, take it easy, take a breath, relax." Yeah. And so, again, she's not only developing as a leader, but as a tremendous basketball player, and I love that for her.
And Eiley's really turning into a very sharp shooter for you. She's made 7 threes in the last 2 games, and then Cameron Ryan just continues to work. They were both, helping out with the scoring tonight, and obviously very good on the defensive end of the floor for you as well.
Man, I love that for Eiley, too, because we've seen that. We've known that she's an absolute flamethrower from the outside, and it just kind of a tough stretch at the beginning of the season. We knew that once it started to go down for her, she'll never miss. And that's what it kind of feels like. We have that confidence in her. All that was lacking was her own confidence. And now that she's got it going, she's rolling. I love what we got out of Cam. She's staying aggressive. She had a slow start to the season, but she's rolling as well. So when we get those three playing well, very tough team to beat alongside all those other role players that are just doing a tremendous job. A kid like Sophie Iyer, tremendous leader. She's one of our captains, but a kid that does all the little things right that a team needs in order to be successful.
You get the win tonight. You won 4 of 5. Nice stretch here for you, Coach. I'm going to let you get going. We'll see you on Friday against Russell, man.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it, man. The Vikings, again, picking up the win tonight, 61-30 over Trinity Catholic, behind 26 from Kinsley Haxton, 10 for Cameron Ryan, 9 for Allie DeBar on 3 3-pointers. Back into the boys contest. Again, the Vikings at 7-4, the Celtics at 4-9. And these two teams have met already once this season. It was a week ago, first round of the Sterling Invitational, and it was a 59-48 win for Trinity Catholic. It was their 5th consecutive win over the Vikings in the series, and they've won 12 of the last 13. Caveat, Christian Ryan did not play in that game for Smoky Valley, and he is averaging 23 points and 11 rebounds for the Vikings this season. You take out a 6'8 senior that's averaging 23 and 11, at that point 22 and 11. He's had two really big back-to-back games for Smoky Valley yet again. He scored 20 or more 7 times out of the 10 games that he's played in this season. You take the guy out of the lineup, as you look at Trinity Catholic, and their tallest player on the squad is 6'3", off the bench Matt Armour, who really doesn't play a lot. So their tallest player that actually gets a lot of time in the game is Alex Guajardo at 6'2". You can tell that this is going to be a different dynamic that Trinity Catholic's going to have to try to defend here tonight. But credit the Celtics. They were actually down 10 late in the first half. They got it to 6 by halftime the first time these two teams met. Made a 19-0 run at one point during the second half, and they held on and won by 11 points, 59-48 in the first round of the Sterling Invitational. Celtics lost their next 2 games. Vikings won their next 2 games. They beat Southeast Saline 59-55 in the consolation semifinals, and then won over Lions in overtime by a score of 54, and they moved to 7-4 with the 5th place finish at the Sterling Invitational. Trinity Catholic finished in 4th. Again, they're 4-9 coming into this matchup. We told you about Smoky Valley leading the way as Ryan with 23 points and 11 rebounds. He had 28 against Lions in the win. Ty Heinschmidt scored 22. Back-to-back nights for Ty that he had season highs. He had 18 against the Southeast Saline Trojans on Thursday. Ryan had back-to-back 28-point games, by the way. He's had 2 28-point games this year against Southeast. And then Heinschmidt with 22 against Lions was a season high. He's averaging 13.5 points and 7 rebounds for the Vikings this season. Braylon Olson at 5.5 points a game. Atticus Pavlovich scoring 5 a game. Caleb Burgart scoring 5 a game off the bench for Smoky Valley. For Trinity Catholic, they've been led this season by Guajardo, averaging 9 points, 7.5 for Cameron Kaiser, just under 7 points a game for Botal, and 6 for Lawson Dowsey. Those are your leaders for the Celtics and the Vikings here tonight. We're going to take one timeout. We come back. We'll get you the starting lineups, uniform update, and tip-off coming your way. Midway Motors drive to the game from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
The Midway Motors drive to the game continues after this. Midway Motors in McPherson, Newton, Hutchinson, and Hillsboro. The Smoky Valley Vikings play on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Hi, I am Josh French, owner of Tallgrass Turf Solutions here in McPherson. We're here for all of your turf management and lawn care needs. We offer many services including fertilization, weed control, disease control, and prevention, aeration, lawn repair and maintenance, and much more. Plus, we can install new lawns and irrigation systems. Find us online at tallgrassturfsolutions.com. Tallgrass Turf Solutions here in McPherson. We build gorgeous, self-sustaining lawns.
Winter chores don't stop, and neither do you. With a new John Deere Gator utility vehicle from Prairie Land Partners, getting the job done is a whole lot more comfortable. A heated cab that seats 3, a redesigned customizable cargo box, plus 4-wheel drive with up to 4,000 pounds of towing, making a machine you'll want to climb into. Special financing offers are available. Stop by or learn more online at prairielandpartners.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Prairie Land Partners. Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
And we got our national anthem there as it's being finished up. A beautiful rendition there. The microphone stopped working for the young lady that was singing that. And she was just like, well, I'm going to shut this off and we're just going to do it without the microphone. And she did an amazing job of it. I don't know if you could hear. I was trying to turn, sorry for the feedback as I was trying to get better volume on that. The microphone works. It usually will come through perfectly fine on the radio, but it did not do that here tonight. Smoky Valley and Trinity Catholic getting set to take the court here tonight in our boys contest. Again, the Vikings at 7-4. The Celtics coming in with a record of 4-9. Starting lineups are brought to you by Ag 360 Insurance, here to partner in your legacy. Contact agents Darren Eddy and Cody Moores in Inman. Smoky Valley will start with 6'8" senior Christian Ryan in the post. Braylon Olson, a point guard, is a 6' senior, averaging 5.5 points, 3 rebounds a game, 3 assists, and 2.5 steals. Brock Gangler, a 5'10" senior guard, averages 2.5 points, 2 rebounds a game. Atticus Pavlovich, a 6'4" senior. He's the 3, averaging 5 points, 3 rebounds a game. The 4 forward, Ty Heinschmidt, 6'5" senior, 13.5 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals a game for Smoky Valley. Christian Ryan again at 23 points and 11 rebounds a contest for the Vikings. Trinity Catholic will start like this. They've got Cameron Kaiser at guard, a 5'10" senior, averaging 7.5 points a game. Bo Towell is a 6'1" junior at just under 7 points a game. Alex Guajardo, 6'2" senior, averaging 9 points a contest for the Celtics. Lucas Griffiths is a 5'9" junior. He averages just under 3 points a game. And Lawson Dowsey is a 5'8" freshman. He averages 6 points a game for Trinity Catholic. Those are your starters for the Celtics. Coached by Anthony White in his third year at 19-27. Assisted by Jeff Reimer and Brendan Miller. Smoky Valley's coached by Doug Schneider in his 14th year at 117 and 192. Assisted by Alan Meyer and Haven Lysell. The Vikings and Celtics getting set to take the court here. When I do Smoky Valley and Bethany on back-to-back nights, it will throw me off every time. So again, it is the Vikings and Celtics here tonight. Our uniform update is brought to you by Fresh Look Cleaners in Salina. It's our job to make you look your best. Smoky Valley is in their road black uniforms with the orange numbers and lettering trimmed in white. Smoky on top of the jersey and on the front there, and on the bottom it says Valley. They have the black road uniforms with the Nike logo with a diagonal orange striping down the side of those uniforms. Trinity Catholic is in their home white uniforms with the Columbia blue numbers outlined in red, and they have Trinity in cursive across the front of the chest there in Columbia blue outlined in red as well. Thick Columbia blue stripe down the side of the jersey and shorts with that speckled paint look that you see on a lot of these uniforms, as the Vikings have won the toss. In transition, a 3 missing for Pavlovich, and Christian Ryan is making his point known already as he gets the rebound and the putback for Smoky Valley. The Vikings take the early 2-0 lead. Pressure on Dowsey off the inbound by Olson. They get it across half court for Kaiser. Into the corner now, a 3 on the way. The high archer for Guajardo hits the side of the backboard, and actually a foul called on Christian Ryan on the shot attempt. So Christian, you would say, don't take yourself out of the game here, as he ran into Guajardo, who has 3 free throws coming up for Trinity Catholic. First foul on Ryan, first team foul on Smoky Valley, just 20 seconds into this one. Free throws coming up for Guajardo. 75% on the season from the line. The first one for Alex on the way and in. So it's a 2-1 lead for Smoky Valley early in this one. Second free throw coming up here out of 3 for the senior for Trinity Catholic. Second free throw for Guajardo on the way, off the back iron missing. And he's got one more on the way. Big thanks to our title sponsor, Smoky Valley Virtual Charter School, offering customizable curriculum at every grade level. Smoky Valley Public Schools, we champion for all students. Viking basketball on KLBG. Third free throw for Guajardo off the front rim missing, and it went through Ryan, rebounded by Kaiser for the Celtics. Towell has it over to the right side to Griffith. Guarded out there by Gingler. Skip past left side, Kaiser. He had fakes on a 3, back out to Towell. Smoky Valley staying in that 2-3 zone defense. Over to the right side. Dowsey thought about a 3, passes on it, goes into the corner for Griffith. Head fake knocked out from behind by Heinschmidt. The ball's on the deck, kept alive by Dowsey. He's double teamed, gets out of there to Griffith. Out top now, Towell drives into the lane, splits 2 defenders, running shot miss, but a foul called on the Vikings, and I believe Ty Heinschmidt. 2 free throws coming up here for Bo Towell. Ty Heinschmidt called for his first personal, second team foul, on the Vikings. And again, it is Towell to the free throw line, a 54.5% free throw shooter. Guajardo was shooting 75% and went 1 of 3 on his trip. Towell makes the first one to tie it up at 2 apiece. Another opportunity here for Towle to give the Celtics the lead. Second one on the way for Bo, and that one's nothing but net. 3-2, Trinity Catholic with the advantage. Full court press being put on by the Celtics. The inbound goes to Braylon Olson. Olson crosses over the TC logo here on the right side, brings it back out to the top in between the circles, the volleyball spike line. Now real close to half court at the midcourt circle. Top of the key, Ryan had it tipped out of his hands. He gets it back, whips underneath for Heitschmidt. Ty missed the shot, rebound left block for Towle. It was a good look that time, but Heitschmidt couldn't get it to go. Into the corner, baseline, Lucas Griffith finds himself open. Heitschmidt tried to avoid contact, jumped on the head fake, hit Griffith in the back, and he lays it up and in. 5-2 lead for Trinity Catholic on Heitschmidt's second foul in this first quarter, and he'll be coming out. Merrick Anderson checking back in, or actually in for the first time tonight for Smoky Valley. Merrick is a 6'2 senior, and I would guess we won't see Ty the rest of this first quarter for the Vikings, and there's still 6:44 left in it. Griffith with a chance at a three-point play. This is the third time that Trinity Catholic's been to the free throw line already, and Griffith makes it. 6-2 the score, and on the inbound, Brock Gingler ends up out of bounds off of a tip. A turnover for the Vikings gives it back to the Celtics. Griffith with the inbound, tipped out by Ryan, out to the right side. A three for Kaiser from the right corner is air ball. The rebound goes off of Anderson out of bounds. It'll stay right here with the Celtics. Trinity Catholic out to the early 6-2 lead with 6:38 to play in the first quarter. The inbound play to Dowsey. Back out top, he threw it away, but it's tracked down by Kaiser near half court. Back to Towle in the corner for three. Nothing but net for Bo Towle. 5 points now for Towle, and it's 9-2. Celtics the lead. Full court press. The ball's thrown away. Dowsey has a steal in the back court. Back across half court into the corner for Kaiser. Back to Towle. Fakes on a three. Dowsey three. Top of the key. He got it. A hot start for Trinity Catholic. A 10-point lead at 12-2, and a timeout called by Doug Schneider and the Smoky Valley Vikings. They have Christian Ryan tonight, but Trinity Catholic says we don't care. They're off to a 12-2 start, 6:09 to play first. We're back in 30 from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
Life's better when you're under our roof because our agents can help you choose insurance to help protect what matters most. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family can have the help they need to continue to pursue their dreams.
Visit your local American Family Insurance agent, Steve Barr, at 807 North Main, McPherson.
Products not available in all states. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
Smoky Hills Rock, 95.5.
Smoky Valley scored first in this game on a bucket by Christian Ryan, but Trinity Catholic has scored 12 in a row, and the Vikings have the basketball back trailing 12-2. Braylon Olson with a nice take on the right lane line and lays it up and in. Stops that 12-0 run for the Celtics. It's 12-4 Trinity. Dowsey across half court. Kaiser's open for three. That one bounces off the mark, and Olson has the rebound at the left block for Smoky Valley. A crossover dribble. Braylon brings it across the timeline. Got it out top by Kaiser. Back over to the left side to Gingler. Brock, the head fake, takes a couple dribbles against Griffith. Back over to Ryan. Christian driving baseline. Kicks it into the corner. Olson lost it for a second. Dribbles back into the lane. Jump stop. Olson over to Anderson. Merrick drives in. Runner on the way. Off to the right, missing. And a rebound to Towle. Merrick Anderson gets called for a foul, just trying to go get his rebound. That's a wrong place at the wrong time. There really didn't look like a lot of contact there. It's already the fourth team foul in the Vikings. 5:22 to play in the first quarter. Doug Schneider, I don't think, agreed with the call there as he's talking to the official on the near side. Inbound goes to Cameron Kaiser for Trinity. 12-4 Celtic lead. 5:16 in the first. On the left wing, this is Dowsey with it. Dribbles it out to the top, gets by Pavlovich at the right elbow. Back over to the right side, Griffith. Towle on the left wing now, driving inside, falls down, and traveling called on Towle because he couldn't get rid of the ball before he lost his pivot. Turnover there for the Celtics, their first of the first quarter. Inbound play coming here for Smoky Valley as Brock Gingler will throw it in for the Vikings on the baseline. He finds Anderson in the middle of the lane, gets it up ahead to Olson. Braylon lets everybody clear out in this full court man-to-man and brings it across half court on the near side wing. 4:56 in the first. Pass over to Gingler, now out top for Christian Ryan. Ryan guarded by Kaiser. He spins, takes the baseline. Nice look underneath for Pavlovich. Layup in for Atticus. The assist to Christian Ryan. And it's 12-6. he will garner a lot of attention from defenses and makes the wise decision there to dish off and get an easy bucket. On the left side, this is Griffith with it. Pressured out top by Gingler. Griffith trying to drive. Cut off right side. Dowsey into the corner. Kaiser for three. That one bounces over the top and misses. Ryan has the rebound for Smoky Valley. He wants to run. Slows things down, though. Will bring it across half court himself. 6'8" and can handle the ball. That's a weapon that you like to have. Olsen over to the right side. Gingler fakes inside. Picks up the dribble. Bounce pass inside. Ryan turns. Didn't really get a good look at the basket there. The rebound was tipped out of bounds, though, by Trinity Catholic. And the Vikings will keep the possession of the inbound play coming for Smoky Valley. Caleb Burgart coming into the game for the first time, a 5'11 sophomore, as he'll take Brock Gingler's spot. Roberto Guerrero, 6'1 senior, into the game for the first time for Trinity Catholic. Coming in for Lucas Griffith. Inbound in the corner for Ryan. He drives baseline, looking back into the middle of the lane for Pavlovich. The ball knocked loose and stolen away by the Celtics. Third turnover for Smoky Valley, but the ball thrown right in the middle of the lane. Pavlovich had it knocked out of his hands, and it goes back to Smoky Valley off of Guajardo. The second turnover of the game there for the Celtics, and the inbound for Pavlovich on the baseline. Smoky Valley within 6 here at 12-6, 3:58 to play first quarter. Pavlovich in for Burgart. Caleb picks up the dribble in a double team, but he was able to get it quickly out to Olsen. Railing up ahead to Merrick Anderson. Feeding underneath to Burgart. Burgart lost it for a second. Gets it back. Trying to get out of there with it. Trying to find Ryan. The ball was tipped. Caleb got it back. He's double teamed and fouled from behind. Team foul number 1 called on the Celtics in this first quarter. I think they're going to get Dowsey. Yep, it was called on Dowsey, his first. Inbound baseline. Braylon Olsen on the near side. Lined up basically in a line on the baseline as Ryan backs out toward the three-point line. They get it into Pavlovich and back to Olsen on the right wing, setting up the half-court offense. Braylon with a couple crossover dribbles. Burgart has it now. Guarded by Dowsey out top. Anderson steps back, fakes a three, drives, spins inside, and then got the ball caught on the side of his leg and gets called for the travel. The turnover for the Vikings is their fourth in this first quarter. 3:31 in quarter number 1 and a 12-6 Celtic lead. Trinity Catholic with the basketball. Kaiser out top, gets it over to the left side for Lawson Dowsey. Double team, there's an open player in the corner, but a nice recovery by Pavlovich to realize that. Steps in front and steals it away, but it's knocked down from behind by Kaiser, and a steal for the Celtics. Kaiser traveled. That'll give it back to the Vikings. Inbound play coming here for Atticus Pavlovich. With 3:10 to play first quarter, and Trinity Catholic up 12-6. Good break by Olsen near side to get away from the defense and get that inbound pass. It's a full court man, so Smoky Valley again clears out. Olsen into the corner. Anderson a three in transition, misses everything. Ryan's there for the rebound, put back off the mark. Rebound tapped out by Burgart, tracked down in the near corner by Guerrero, and a foul called on Smoky Valley. It's team foul number 5 already on the Vikings with 2:56 still left in this first quarter, so Trinity Catholic yet again headed to the free throw line here in quarter number 1. Celtics with a 12-6 lead. Smoky Valley again got the first bucket of the game from Christian Ryan, and then Trinity Catholic went on a 12-0 run, getting a couple three-pointers in the process, one from Lawson Dowsey and another from Bo Tao. Roberto Guerrero at the free throw line. Off to the right, missing. I did the game the first time around. I had him for 12 points. They put a three for him that I think was Guajardo's, but based on the Sterling Invitational stats, his career high is 15 against Smoky Valley on Thursday. Free throw on, or last Tuesday, I should say. Second free throw rolls in for Guerrero, and it's 13-6 in favor of Trinity Catholic. Viking basketball. Olsen across half court to Ryan. In transition, he thought about the three. Decides not to take it, drives inside. He lost the ball going up, and it's stripped out, taken away by Sam Vogel, the 6-foot senior, who's into the game for the first time here for the Celtics. 6 turnovers already in this first quarter for Smoky Valley. They've kind of cleaned that up in some of the recent games. Dribbling is Kaiser, back over to the right side. From Vogel into the corner, Dowsey has it, back out to the wing. Guerrero fakes on a three, drives right lane line. Vogel back to Dowsey, an open three again for Lawson on the way. That one's good, his second of the game. Lawson Dowsey gets it back out to a 10-point lead for Trinity. 16-6. Olsen underneath. Titus Griffith is fouled as he just checked into the game for the first time. And 2 free throws coming up here for Titus. Second foul on the Celtics and the first personal on Cameron Kaiser. Griffith to the charity stripe is 5 of 6 on the season for Smoky Valley. First of 2 for Titus on the way. It's front rim and missing. We'll have another one coming up. 16-6. Trinity with the advantage. Thank more of our sponsors. Bring the broadcast to you here tonight, including MTC, Gearing Hardware, Hutchinson Community College, Alliance Agency, Apex Shears, Raleigh Insurance, and McPherson Dental Care. Griffith missed the second one. Ryan rips the rebound out and gets fouled going up with an attempt again. So Christian will go to the charity stripe. This foul is again on Cameron Kaiser, his second. 13th foul on the Celtics. Ryan shooting 75% from the line. These will be free throws number 81 and 82 this year for Christian. 2:04 to play, first quarter, 16-6. Make it 7 as Ryan has 3 now for the Vikings. Making the front end of the 2-shot free throw opportunity. Olsen checks out of the game as Brock Gangler comes back in. That'll move Caleb Burgard over to point guard. Second free throw coming up for Christian Ryan on the way and rolling out. Got Griffith an offensive rebound. Keeps it alive for Smoky Valley. Titus out for Ryan. Christian fires a 3 and it rolls in. That's just his second 3-pointer of the season, but a big one for Smoky Valley. Brings the lead back down to 6 at 16-10. On the right side, Towel has it for Trinity Catholic. Back over to Kaiser. Left side, Dowsey. His 3 was blocked by Ryan, but he got his own rebound up to the basket. Foul, missed, but a foul is on Titus Griffith for Smoky Valley. So Lawson Dowsey will go back to for this game the first time to the free throw line. It'll be attempts number 25 and 26, but it'll be the 10th free throw attempt of the game for Trinity Catholic. Or 9 and 10 anyway. First one is on the way and nothing but net for Dowsey. He's got 7, and it's 17-10. Second one for Dowsey on the way, and that one's good as well. Lawson Dowsey gets it back out to an 8-point Celtic lead at 18-10. Caleb Burgart takes the inbound, and he's trapped on a double team. Gets it out ahead to Griffith. Titus has Christian Ryan by himself. Up ahead, a good recovery, but Ryan takes it to the rack and lays it in anyway. 8 points in the first quarter for Christian Ryan now. The lead back down to 6 at 18-12 with a minute 20 to play in the first quarter. Towel has it out top for the Celtics. Dribbling right side, cut off there. He gets it back to Guerrero. Anderson on the defense, top of the key. This is Vogel. Dowsey with a head fake, drives by Griffith. Floating runner misses. Titus taps the rebound. Dowsey tries to get it. It's out of bounds, and it should be Smoky Valley ball, and it is. Vikings have it back with 1:02 left in the first, trailing 18-12. Brecken Dowsey has 8 of those 18 here in this first quarter. Botal has 5. Inbound play goes to Griffith. Up ahead now to Burgart. Ball knocked out by Guerrero. Burgart comes away with it, though. Lobs it to Ryan, who can't get high enough to dunk it. Rebound Gangler, and a block out of bounds by Guerrero. Brock was trying to go up with the shot. Couldn't get free for it. It was blocked out by Trinity Catholic, though. Anderson checking out of the game. Pavlovich back in for the Vikings. Again, Ty Heitzman hasn't played much in this first quarter as he picked up his second foul just over a minute into quarter number 1. Lob pass into Christian Ryan, back to Burgart in the corner. Step back 3 for Caleb, bounces off. Rebound middle of the lane, taken out by Ian Rios, who's in for the first time for Trinity Catholic. Celtic basketball with a 6-point lead. Rios has it at the free throw line, drives in, he lost it, a steal for Pavlovich. Atticus threw it away though. Taken out of there by Towel, driving in. Pavlovich knocks the ball out and taken out by Griffith. Right back to Smoky Valley. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. It's 18-12 as Burgart brings it across half court, and Doug Schneider wants him to set up and run one play here at the end of the quarter. Caleb with a little crossover, floating runner banking off the mark. Griffith taps the rebound as Pavlovich has it. There's a foul called on the floor. 2 Griffiths wearing number 21 going against each other, and they're going to call it on Lucas Griffith, I believe, for Trinity Catholic. So Lucas Griffith, his first personal, team foul number 4 on the Celtics. Burgart with an inbound play on the baseline with 12.3 on the clock here in the first quarter. Caleb looking, Holding, finds Gingler in the middle of the lane. Brock drives in. Scoop runner misses, and a rebound to Lucas Griffith. Stripped away by Gingler. It's on the deck. Ryan comes out of there with it, saves it back up to Burgart. 4 seconds to play. They get it back to Christian. Layup counts and a foul. What a strong effort play from Christian Ryan to end up with a basket at the end of all that. It's 18-14 as Ryan has a chance at a three-point play. Foul was called on Ian Rios, his first. Ryan at the free throw line looking for the three-point play. Misses. Rebound taken at the left block by Guerrero, and that's the end of the first quarter. What a battle in that first quarter from Christian Ryan, and the Vikings going down 10 on a couple different occasions. They've got it down to 4, 18-14. Second quarter coming up in 60 seconds from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
The experienced team at Pyle Law is located at 705 West Kansas Avenue in McPherson and is ready to assist you with every aspect of your personal injury case. Tom and his staff have over 25 years of experience and work diligently to fight for the compensation you deserve. If you've been hurt at work or in a car or motorcycle wreck, call 620-241-9000 for a free consultation today. Evening and weekend appointments are available. Visit pylelaw.legal to find more information and rest assured you're moving in the right direction.
Most people know you have to change the engine oil regularly, but did you know that there are at least 4 other fluids that need serviced at regular intervals? These include transmission, power steering, brake, transfer cases, and more. Even hybrids require regular maintenance to maximize fuel economy and reduce costly repair bills. Come see the professional service team at Jarrett Automotive to make sure your car is in tip-top condition.
When it's time to give your car some care, come to Jar. We'll see you there.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome back in the Midway Motors broadcast booth. It is an 18-14 lead for Trinity Catholic after one quarter. Celtics with the basketball to start the second. On the right side, Ian Rios has it. Chandler Reed is out there to start the second quarter for Smoky Valley. A little hesitation move on the right lane line and a banking runner for Bo Tao. He's got 7. And the Celtics back up by 6, 20-14. Christian Ryan getting a bit of a breather to start quarter number 2 here. If you're wondering the effect that he could have on the game, he had 10 points in the first quarter for Smoky Valley. Again, did not play the first time these two teams met a week ago. Reed can't control the pass from Olsen, and it goes out of bounds. Chandler's 6'4" senior has done a nice job of getting a breather for the posts for Smoky Valley. But a turnover there for the Vikings. They're 8th of the first half. Behind the back dribble by Dowsey. Cut off here by Gingler. Left side of the wing to Lucas Griffith. Heitschmidt on the defense. Griffith drives by him. Running shot misses. His tie is out there with 2 fouls. He didn't want to commit a third. Driving in, Brock Gingler does commit a foul, and Lucas Griffith will go back to the free throw line. He had a 3-point play in the first quarter for the Celtics. That's the first foul on Gingler. And the first team foul on Smoky Valley in this second quarter. Griffith came into the game averaging 3 points, and he's already got 3 points. His first free throw is off to the right, missing. And another opportunity coming up here for Griffith. Lawson Dowsey with 8 points in the first quarter for Trinity Catholic. Griffith knocks down the second free throw. He's got 4 now. 7-point lead again for the Celtics, 21-14. The inbound goes to Braylon Olsen. Olsen is pressured, looking to get out of there, and hands it back to Gingler. Brock bringing it up the floor. They avoid a 10-second count. Gingler, nice speed underneath to Ty Heitschmidt for his first basket of the game. 21-16, lead is 5 right now for Trinity Catholic. Feeding into the corner, Rios has it, cut off by Pavlovich. Dribbles back into the corner. Handoff goes out top to Guajardo. Lost it for a second, but gets it back out to Towle. Dribble drive right lane line. Towle was fouled by Gingler. Brock came in to try to block it and got out of position. 2 free throws coming up for Bo Towle as he missed the shot. Second personal on Gingler. Second team foul in the second quarter on Smoky Valley. Thank you to a few more of our sponsors, including Pyle Law, Tallgrass Turf Solutions, McPherson Center for Health, McPherson Laundry, Freddy's Frozen Custard, and Pools Plus. Bo Towle at the free throw line. He went 2 of 2 in the first quarter. He's now 3 of 3 as he gets the roll on this first of 2 attempts. 8 points for Towle. And the lead back to 6 at 22-16. Gingler checks out of the game as Caleb Burgart came back in for Smoky Valley. 6:44 to play in the first half and a 22-16 Celtic lead. Towel at the free throw line looking to extend on it. Trying to get it back out to 7. Towel's second free throw halfway down and out. Chandler Reed with a nice rebound for Smoky Valley. So Towel goes 1 for 2 on that trip. Braylon Olson ahead of the pack, takes the left lane and lays it in with the left hand. Lead back to 4 at 22-18. Celtics with the basketball. Towel with a bounce pass out top for Guajardo. Guarded by Reed, back over to the left wing now in this 2-3 zone. Burgard extends on the defense, driving in. Dowsey to Griffith, a 3 over Heitschmidt that missed everything. Rebound Guajardo underneath, kicks it back into the corner for Towel. Back to Griffith, he drives inside. Left lane, takes a shot that misses, but a foul from behind on Reed, I believe, this time. And it's the first on Chandler and the third team foul on the Vikings already here in this second quarter. Still 6:11 to play until halftime. So Lucas Griffith back to the free throw line. He's 2 for 3 in the game. First one upcoming here on a 2-shot opportunity for Griffith again. The high archer barely grazed the front of the rim. He's got another opportunity coming up. Christian Ryan coming back in for Smoky Valley for Chandler Reed. Towel checks out for Trinity Catholic for Roberto Guerrero. 22-18 lead right now for the Celtics. Vikings trying to get things turned back around. Second free throw for Griffith on the way, rolling in. So Griffith pulls it back out to a 5-point lead and in for the first time. This is why I get an extra program. 23-18 the score as Braylon Olson brings it across half court. Burgart passes out top. He threw it away. Guerrero steps in front and gets the steal. Pavlovich cuts him off, though, not allowing an easy bucket. And on the inside drive, another foul on Smoky Valley. And in the act of shooting, I believe, was Rios. So free throws coming up here as Atticus Pavlovich picks up his first personal. The recent substitute into the game for the Celtics was Damasio Vargas. Seeing his first action of the game as Rios puts in the first free throw. Another opportunity coming up here for Rios. That was his first point of the game. Looking for his second. Second one bounces high, misses. Ty Heitschmidt the rebound at the right block. So Rios 1 for 2. The lead is back to 6 for Trinity Catholic at 24-18. Viking basketball. Olsen to the right side. Burgart has it. Caleb lobbing in. Heitschmidt with position. Nice speed across the lane to Christian Ryan, He's fouled going up with the shot. As the foul is called on Ian Rios, his second, team foul number 1. Christian Ryan to the charity stripe. He missed his only shot attempt from the line, or actually he went 1 of 3 from the line in the first quarter. He missed the opportunity on the three-point play right there at the end of the first quarter. First one for Ryan is in there. He's got 11. 24-19. And another opportunity here for Ryan. Christian, by the way, in double figures for the 10th time in 11 games this year for Smoky Valley. Second one for Ryan. There's a lane violation if he missed it. I was going to say, I hope they blow the whistle there because Guerrero came in super early. And Christian will get another opportunity as he missed that one. 24-19 the score. Trinity Catholic with a 5-point lead. 5:39 to play in the first half. Second free throw for Christian on the way, and that one's nothing but net. So they gave him an extra opportunity. He's got 12, and the lead is 4. 24-20 Trinity. Celtic basketball, good pressure for Burgart near half court against Towel. They get it inside. Guerrero puts up a shot. Heitschmidt didn't want to commit his third foul, so Guerrero has an easy layup. Back to a 6-point lead for the Celtics at 26-20. Olsen has it across half court. Back over to Ryan. Christian feeds inside. Pavlovich cutting to the basket and lays it in. Another nice assist from Christian Ryan to Atticus Pavlovich. 26-22 Celtics. They have the basketball. Again, good pressure from Burgart. Caleb knocked the ball loose. It's on the deck. Ryan has the steal. They have 3-on-2. Christian drives right lane. Lays it up. Missed it. Heitschmidt rebound and put back. Rolls in for Smoky Valley. Timeout Trinity Catholic as the Vikings are within 2 at 26-24 with 4:57 to play in the first half. We'll go ahead and take the timeout as well. We're back in 30 seconds from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
Hi, I'm Andrew Ealing. I'm excited to tell you about the Poo Squad of Hutchinson. Are you tired of the unpleasant task of picking up dog poop? I can help. We offer a one-time or weekly service for your convenience. Our pricing is affordable and varies based on the number of dogs. For one dog per week, it's only $12 or $52 a month. You can easily book online at hutch.thepoosquad.com or call or text at 620-322-0522. We take a lot of crap from our customers. Contact the Poo Squad of Hutchinson today.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome back in the Midway Motors broadcast booth. 26-24 the score, 4:57 to play in the first half. The Vikings fighting back into this one. They trail by 10 on a couple of occasions in the first quarter at 12-2 and 16-6, but they haven't given up, and they've gotten into a bit of a rhythm here in this second quarter as the Celtics have the basketball. Bounce pass toward the high elbow. Ryan steps in and gets a steal. Quick outlet pass. Burgard ahead of the pack. Layup for the tie. Misses, but a foul from behind called on Vargas, his first, and Burgard will go to the free throw line for 2 attempts. A chance to tie the game here for Caleb. Caleb on the season, 7 of 10 from the line, 70%. Looking for his first points in this game for the Vikings. First of 2 free throws here for Caleb. On the way, and nothing but net. Down to a 1-point lead now for the Celtics at 26-25. Vargas checks out of the game. Kaiser back in for Trinity Catholic. Second free throw for Burgart for the tie. On the way, and he knocks it down. Nothing but net. Caleb with 2 free throws in a row to knock this one up at 26 apiece. Heichman gets a breather as Titus Griffith checks back in. I think Coach Schneider realizes that Ty doesn't want to commit a third foul here in this first half, so he has a tie ball game now and has a chance to play with some of those minutes. Bounce pass on the baseline, getting a cross block from behind. Merrick Anderson on the shot attempt that time from Guerrero. Trinity Catholic fans wanted a foul. They didn't get it. Here's Olsen on the near side wing. Vikings with a chance to take the lead on this trip. Into the corner, Ryan has it. Christian drives baseline, kicks it out to Burgart. Wide open three. Front rim missing. Caleb tries to track down his own rebound, but it landed out of bounds before he could get to it. And it goes back to the Celtics. Good rhythm, good look. Just didn't go in there for Caleb. Trinity Catholic coming back the other way. Guajardo quickly across half court. Burgart knocks the ball loose, but Guajardo comes back away with it on the far side wing. He tries a bounce pass into the corner. Some contact, no foul called either way. Griffith cuts the baseline off. He gets called for a foul for Smoky Valley. Team foul number 5 on the Vikings, and the first personal called on Titus Griffith. That might be the second. I got to double check on that. Yeah, that's his second. I was like, I'm pretty sure he had one earlier that I might have forgotten to write down. Bo Towell to the free throw line for Trinity. He is 3 for 4 in the game from the stripe, looking to give the Celtics a lead back. First one rolls in for Towell. He has 9 in the first half for Trinity. 27-26, Celtics leading it by 1. We are already in a situation again for Smoky Valley with 4:05 to play until halftime, and they're sending Trinity Catholic to the free throw line for 2 free throws on every common foul the rest of this first half. Second free throw misses, right lane line, the rebound to Merrick Anderson for the Vikings. Celtics lead by 1, 27-26. Olsen out top for Burgart. Caleb bounce pass the high elbow, left side. This is Ryan. Christian turns, adjusts, scoop layup on the way and in for Christian Ryan. 14 points for Ryan, and Smoky Valley has their first lead since 2-0. 28-27 Vikings. Good pressure from Olsen. Bounce pass right side to Towell. Celtics with the basketball. Bounce pass over now to Dowsey. A double team comes. He tries to get out of there, and Griffith got a little too handsy there trying to get a steal. Picks up his 3rd foul. So a tough early foul here in this, or midway through the second quarter, I should say, for Griffith, picking up number 3. And Chandler Reed's going to have to come out here because, again, Coach Snyder doesn't want to risk another foul here for Heitzman in the first half if he doesn't have to. Dowsey to the free throw line for 2 attempts. First one on the way is nothing but net. Lawson Dowsey now 3 for 3 from the line. He's got 9 points. Ties the game back up at 28 apiece. Griffith checking out. Reed back in for the Vikings. Second free throw for Dowsey to give the Celtics the lead back. Isaac takes his time and rolls it in. So Dowsey 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Celtics back up by 1, 29-28. Vikings seem to have a little bit of the momentum right now. The inbound pass is knocked out of bounds by Cameron Kaiser for Trinity. It'll stay right here with the Vikings and Merrick Anderson to throw it in. Merrick finds Christian Ryan with it. Back over to Anderson, up ahead to Burgart. Caleb gets by the defense, quick outlet, and Reed again couldn't reel it in. It goes through his hands and out of bounds on the baseline and back to Trinity Catholic. Just the third turnover this second quarter, for the Vikings. They have 10 in the first half. Kaiser across half court into the corner now for Guajardo. He's cut off on a double team, back out top. Dowsey with it, guarded by Burgart. Caleb standing right there with him. Putting the pressure on, picks up a dribble and a double team into the corner. Guerrero has it, splits two defenders, kicks into the corner. Kaiser a wide open three, bounces front rim and misses. Nice box out and board at the right block for Braylon Olson. He's double teamed but gets out of there. The ball ends up out of the reach of Anderson, but it somehow into the hands of Ryan. A three for Burgart, front rim missing. Rebound Towle at the left block for Trinity Catholic. Celtics come the other way. Towle drives into the lane, fouled by Anderson, trying to avoid giving him a free two, and Merritt gets called for his second. 2 free throws again for Bo Towle for Trinity Catholic. Coach Schneider's used his last bit of hope here for Ty Heitzschmidt. He'll come back into the game after this first free throw from Towle. Bo is 4 of 6 from the line, now 5 of 7. Extends the lead back out to 2. As Christian Ryan will get a breather here. 30-28 the score. Celtics have a 2-point advantage. 2:44 still to play in the first half. Second free throw for Towle on the way. And that spins around and out. Offensive rebound for Kaiser. Reed gets in there to try to force a tie-up. It took forever to call that, and Smoky Valley will get the ball. But Reed was in there right away, it seemed like, for the tie-up, and they finally blew the whistle as the Vikings have it. 2:40 in the first half, trailing 30-28. Inbound play, Anderson looking for Heitzschmidt, knocked down from behind by Guajardo. And it will stay here with the Vikings. Merrick just moves over about 2 or 3 feet to the left to inbound this time. Anderson fakes a deep inbound pass and gets it to Olson. Braylon has Heitzschmidt wide open up the floor and still had him open and didn't see him. Out top, Anderson with it. Merrick over to Burgart. Caleb setting up out top. Picks up his dribble. That's a tough spot to pick it up. Anderson has it now. Drives on the baseline. Cut off. Guarded here. Trying to drip pass into the corner and stepping in front Kaiser, but he knocks it out of bounds. Couldn't quite convert the steal. As Christian Ryan will come back into the game, as well as Atticus Pavlovich for Smoky Valley. Anderson and Reed will come to the bench. Ryan, Heitzschmidt, Olson, Pavlovich, and Burgart. 5 out there right now, starting 5 except Burgart for Gangler. Vogel comes back into the game for Trinity for Guerrero. Inbound play for Olson. And a hold on the inbound on Ty Heitzschmidt. He was trying to get free, and somebody held his momentum. I think it might have been Griffith. No, it's actually called on Sam Vogel, his first. 13th foul called on the Celtics in the second quarter, Olson lobs it into Ryan. Back to Braylon in the corner. Vikings a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3 here. They're down 30-28 with 2:10 to play in the first half. Olson has it. Nice back cut by Pavlovich. Layup left short, though. Rebound tipped around. Heitzschmidt's got it and puts it up and in for the tie. Ty Heitzschmidt with 6 points all in this second quarter. We're knotted up at 30 apiece. Celtic basketball, ball's thrown away. Tipped out, a steal for Burgart. Up ahead looking for Olson. He kind of got hit in the back when he threw it up, and then he threw it away. So the Celtics have it back on a Viking turnover. 1:45 to play until halftime. The ball knocked out of bounds on the far side by Heitzschmidt. It will stay here with the Celtics, and the inbound play for Lucas Griffith. Smoky Valley looking to end a 5-game losing streak to Trinity Catholic here tonight. The Celtics battling here against the Vikings. Pass over to the right side. Dowsey with it. Bringing it back out top. Guarded by Burgart, extending on this zone defense. They're in a 3-2 right now as Griffith has it on the left side. Heitzschmidt reads the pass. It's knocked into the backcourt, but taken back by Towle. Towle into the corner. Dowsey an open 3 for Trinity Catholic. Bounces over the top and misses. Pavlovich has the rebound. Chance for the Vikings to get the lead back. Heitzschmidt ahead of the pack. Layup missed. Rebound Burgart. Put back on the way. Rattles home for Caleb. He's got his first field goal of the game. And Smoky Valley leads by 2, 32-30. Griffith has it out top with a minute to play in the first half. Dowsey a 3 for the lead for Trinity. Left corner missing. Rebound tapped out. Ryan comes out of there with it for Smoky Valley. Ryan pushing the floor. He was a little bit aggressive with that board. Pavlovich has it in the near corner and he double dribble. Give it back to the Celtics. Ian Rios coming back into the game for Trinity for Sam Vogel, and Chandler Reed will come back in likely for Heinz-Schmidt. Nope, he's coming in for Ryan. No, I was going to say, I don't think Christian wants to take Christian out with just one foul. He probably is trying to get Ty for having 2 fouls. They're on defense with 49 seconds, and Coach Snyder's explaining to Ty why he's taking him out. Right side, this is Kaiser with it. Back out for Dowsey. Now, if the ball is blown dead and they go back on offense, I would imagine that Ty will come back into the game here. Burgart, good pressure over there on Tao. Ball's over to the left side wing, and it's tipped off the hand of Griffith, out of bounds on the near side, and a turnover for the Celtics. Smoky Valley with the basketball back in a 2-point lead, 32-30. 32.5 seconds remaining, and Heinz-Schmidt does come back into the game for Reed, as I expected. Listen, sometimes it's not rocket science, and Doug Schneider will tell you that. Inbound play for Pavlovich, in for Olsen. Vikings may hold for the final shot here. We'll see what they do on the offensive end of the floor here. As Olsen brings it across half court, picks up his dribble pretty deep. He gets it over to Burgart, now left side to Ryan. Christian holding, back out top for Heinz-Schmidt, swinging it right side Pavlovich. 16 seconds left in the first half. Olsen at the top of the key will reset. As expected, they will hold for one shot. Olsen with a crossover dribble. He spins into the lane, kicks it out to Ryan. A 3, top of the key. Bounces off to the left, missing. Towel has the rebound with 3 seconds. Tries a 3/4 court baseball pass type shot, and it's way off. And we've hit halftime. The Vikings got down early by 10 on a couple occasions in the first quarter, but they've come back to take a 2-point lead at halftime, 32-30. Smoky Valley leading it over Trinity Catholic, using an 18-12 second quarter to take the 2-point lead into the locker room. Vikings have the advantage, and we're back with the First Bank Kansas halftime report after the break from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
Coverage of Smoky Valley Vikings basketball continues next with the First Bank Kansas halftime report. First Bank Kansas is banking made personal. The Smoky Valley Vikings play on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Locally owned and rooted in agriculture, Terra Financial Crop Insurance knows farming. With hands-on experience, they're invested in protecting your fields and future. Call Ryan Buznitz in Mound Ridge and McPherson today. Terra Financial, growing security, one field at a time.
Smoky Valley Bakery invites you to stop in and treat yourself to some of the best baked goods around. Locally owned and made from scratch from their kitchen to yours. Smoky Valley Bakery, 118 South Main Street in Lindsborg. Smoky Valley Bakery in Lindsborg.
If you're changing jobs or considering early retirement, you may be wondering what to do with your 401k. Before taking any action, make sure you know the rules, as mistakes can be costly. At Iron Horse Financial, we can show you how to avoid IRS penalties and full taxation, plus a little-known strategy to access funds early. For more info, go to 401krollovermistakes.com and download your free guide. You can also reach us at 620-765-6456.
This is Lane Gillespie with your Ad Astra Radio halftime report. College basketball was in action yesterday. The KCAC with some rescheduled games from this past weekend. Bethany College was in action last night as they took on St. Mary. Their women's team defeated St. Mary in a close matchup, 81-77, but the men fell 86-61 at home. Tabor College was down in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, taking on Oklahoma Wesleyan, and that would result in a couple of very close losses. The Lady Blue Jays fell in a heartbreaker to Oakwoo, 59-56, while the men held close to the number 4 team in the country, but fell just short, 78-76. And believe it or not, despite it being late January, for local KCAC teams, baseball season has officially begun. The McPherson College Bulldogs were in Florida for the first part of their season, but they start off the season 0-4, being swept in 3 games by St. Thomas University over the weekend, and then on Monday falling to Kaiser 16-4. Bethany College was in action last Thursday to start off their season on the road against Southwestern Christian, but they are 0-2 to start off the year. They'll be on the road for quite a bit of time. Their home opener is for February. College. Well, just 2 weeks ago, KU men's basketball was unranked following a couple of tough Big 12 losses, but now that they are on a 4-game win streak, including defeating K-State in the Sunflower Showdown, they have moved up to number 14 in the country. Last week, they were the number 19 team in the AP Top 25 poll. They play against BYU on Saturday, who is number 13 in the country, but BYU is coming off of a close home loss from last night against number 1 Arizona, losing just 86-83 despite a come-from-behind effort. Speaking of Arizona, they are still Nebraska, the unanimous #1 team in the country in the AP Top 25 poll, as they are now 21-0 this season. They are one of 3 unbeaten teams left in men's college basketball, along with Nebraska, who is number 5, and Miami of Ohio, who is number 24. One other key Big 12 matchup from Saturday moved around the polls a little bit, as Houston fell 4 spots to number 10 after falling to Texas Tech. Texas Tech moves up 1 spot to number 11. The biggest drop came to Purdue, though, as they fall from number 4 to number 12 after falling to Illinois. Iowa State moved up 1 spot to be the number 8 team in the country. K-State basketball is looking for a turnaround battle tonight as they are on the road in Morgantown, West Virginia against the West Virginia Mountaineers. The Wildcats, who are 10-10 on the year and 1-6 in conference play, battles against West Virginia, who is 13-7 on the year and 4-3 in Big 12 play. K-State is off to a 1-6 start in Big 12 play for the second straight year, but when they started off 1-6 last year, they won 8 of their final 13 conference games to finish 9-11 in conference play. And in fact, the team that K-State defeated last year to squander a 6-game losing streak was West Virginia, and that ignited a 6-game win streak. So they'll look for history to repeat itself tonight, as tip-off is scheduled for 7:30 at Hope Coliseum. That's your halftime report. More basketball action is coming up next.
From leaks to major home upgrades, the licensed experts at Gearing Home Services are there to take care of your plumbing needs. Gearing Home Services can install Water-Right water softener systems to remove hard minerals, leaving your water softer, cleaner, and better tasting. And will install Bradford White tankless water heaters so you'll never run out of hot water. Choose Gearing Home Services in Mound Ridge for all your plumbing needs. GearingHomeservices.com since 1897. Come see what a century worth of knowledge and customer service can do.
If you're searching for assisted living for your loved one that offers personalized health programs, freedom from cooking, and a safe and secure environment, visit Sunflower Terrace by Bethany Village in Lindsborg, Kansas. Whether your loved one seeks full independence or needs a little assistance day to day, you should explore the affordable options at Sunflower Terrace in Lindsborg by Bethany Village. Experience the art of living.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome in on our First Bank Kansas halftime report, and back to Trinity Catholic High School in Hutch as the Vikings of Smoky Valley lead the Trinity Celtics by a score of 32-30. Again, Trinity Catholic led 12-2 after going on a 12-0 run. Christian Ryan scored the first basket of the game for the Vikings, but the Celtics scored 12 in a row. They extended their lead out to 16-6 again after Smoky Valley had got back within 6 there in the mid part of the first quarter. But Vikings had that lead down to 4 by the end of the first quarter, and they've come all the way back to take the lead, 32-30 at halftime. I know that you harp on it and you talk about it, and you're like, man, did it make that much of a difference that Christian Ryan didn't play in the first meeting a week ago there in Sterling? I'd say it probably did. Christian has 14 at halftime. He already had 10 by the end of the first quarter. This is his 10th double-figure game. He's 5 of 10 from the floor. He's 3 of 5 at the free throw line. He made his second 3 of the year as well in that first quarter to really help pace the Vikings, and they needed it because Ty Heitschmidt had some foul trouble early, but he has 6 points in the second quarter for Smoky Valley. Atticus Pavlovich, Caleb Burgart, Braylon Olsen all with 4 in the first half for the Vikings as well. Again, they have the 32-30 lead at halftime. Leading the way for the Celtics in double figures for the third time this season is Bo Towell with 10. He had a career-high 12 against Smoky Valley the first time these two teams played, so he's had some success against the Vikings. Also, Lawson Dowsey has 10 in the first half. He scored 4 from the free throw line. He made a couple threes as well. 5 points added by Lucas Griffith, 3 for Roberto Guerrero, 1 each for Alex Guajardo and Ian Rios for the Celtics. Smoky Valley leads it by 2 at halftime, 32-30. We'll take a timeout. We come back with our scoreboard update and the second half after the break. And the First Bank Kansas halftime report from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
More of the First Bank Kansas halftime report is coming up. First Bank. Choose a bank that works for you. KLBG Lindsborg. The Smoky Valley Vikings play on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
At People's Bank and Trust, we value our customers. We know you have plenty of choices for your mortgage loans, but we think we have what you're looking for: relationship banking. And if you're considering refinancing or purchasing a new home, check our competitive rates before you make that change. Your payments will be made at home, and you'll receive good personalized service. That's how we've established many long-lasting relationships. Make a change, know your lender, and make your payments at home with People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get back to doing what you love with Advanced Physical Therapy in McPherson. Whether you're recovering from injury, surgery, or just want to move with less pain, their expert team is here to help. Call or stop by Advanced Physical Therapy in McPherson today.
Do you need custom shirts, hoodies, polos, or other apparel printed or embroidered? Hi, this is Tyler with 37 Print Company in Hutch. Whether it's for your sports team, business, or church, we've got you covered. Check out our work on our Facebook page at 37 Print Co. We print shirts.
Living the sweet life at So Swedish in Lindsborg. Explore Swedish candies you won't find anywhere else. Plus all the classic favorites you love. Bring the kids or just the kid in you. Living the sweet life at So Swedish, downtown Lindsborg.
At Mid-Kansas Credit Union, we live by our motto, grounded in the past, growing for the future. We are a full-service credit union with offices in Mound Ridge and Buhler. Mid-Kansas Credit Union would like to wish all the athletes the best of luck as they compete this season.
Even though I have moved out of state, I can still bank locally with Farmer State Bank using my online services. I use all of the electronic options Farmer State Bank offers without ever even visiting the lobby. Member FDIC.
Come try a salted caramel waffle latte from your locally owned Scooters Coffee today. Grab it hot, iced, or blended. Scooters Coffee, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scooters Coffee in Hutchinson, McPherson, Salina, and Abilene.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome back here in the Midway Motors broadcast booth. 32-30, Smoky Valley leading by 2 at halftime. Update of the scoreboard brought to you by McPherson Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. Nebraska men's basketball team has lost for the first time this year. They lose at number 3, Michigan, the 5th-ranked Huskers, falling 75-72. Michigan's 19-1, Nebraska 20-1. We'll get you to some high school scores as we roll on, too, here in this second half. Just underway in half number 2 as the Celtics move left to right. This is Lucas Griffith with it, driving baseline, and already a quick foul called on Smoky Valley. They had the Celtics in the bonus super early in the first half, and Brock Gingler picks up his 3rd personal foul. Caleb Burgart will check right back into the game for Smoky Valley to start the second half. They started with their original starting 5, Gingler, Pavlovich, Ryan, Heitschmidt, and Olsen. But again, headed to the bench here, Gingler, as Burgart is back. Inbound play goes to the right side for Kaiser. Kaiser goes to Tao. He lost it for a second, gets it back over to the left side now for Dowsey. Same starters for the Celtics as well. Kaiser, Tao, Guajardo, Griffith, and Dowsey. Shot on the way from the right side, misses for Kaiser. Rebound goes out of bounds off of Griffith, back to Smoky Valley. Some other scores at halftime. The McPherson boys are leading El Dorado 35-26. Also at the break, Lions on top of Minneapolis 26-22. Trying to give you some of the finals that we had from earlier as well. Vikings with the basketball, cross half court. This is Pavlovich with it, over to Caleb Burgart. Back out top it goes now. This is Olsen. Back to Burgart, left wing. Caleb's open, doesn't take the shot, goes back to Pavlovich. Free throw line, Heitschmidt. Ty had it stripped from behind and taken away by Dowsey. Turnover for Smoky Valley. Quick outlet pass up ahead and a layup in for Alex Guajardo to tie the game up at 32 apiece. Smoky Valley basketball after the turnover and layup for Trinity Catholic. Braylon Olsen has it across half court for Burgart. Caleb whips it into the left corner for Ryan. Christian into the middle of the lane. Ty turns, shoots, can't get the roll. Rebound Guajardo on the left block. Heitschmidt missed that one as the Celtics come back the other way. Adjusting off the defense from Olsen. A layup is in for Bo Towel. 12 points now for Towel. He leads the way and has tied his career high that he had against Smoky Valley on last Tuesday in Sterling. 34-32 Celtics. Pass near side goes off of Burgart, out of bounds. Back to the Celtics. Girls final, it was against Smoky Valley 61-30 over Trinity Catholic. Kinsley Haxton with a career high 26 points, 10 points added in the game as well for Cameron Ryan. Now top, this is Trinity Catholic back the other way. Lucas Griffith on the right wing, getting a screen, top of the key. Guajardo puts up a 3 over Heitschmidt, knocks it down, nothing but net. Alex Guajardo with 5 points in this second half already, and it's out to a 5-point lead again for the Celtics. 37-32, a 7-0 run to start the second half. Ryan for 3, bouncing off the backside, missing. Heitschmidt trying to get the rebound. It's tapped out of bounds by the Celtics, and the possession will stay with Smoky Valley. 2 minutes into the second half, Trinity Catholic on a 7-0 run, leading 37-32. Long pass to Ryan on the left side. Christian holding on the left corner, back out to Olsen. Braylon taking a dribble back out top between the legs, right side out of Burgard. Kayla back out to Pavlovich. Atticus kind of lazy with it, saves it back to Olsen though. Ryan inside to Heinschmidt. Ty lays it up and in off the catch. Ty has 8 now in the lead. Back down to single possession at 37-34 for Trinity Catholic. Kaiser to the right wing for Towle. Towle off of a screen fires a 3 way off on the backside, and the rebound goes to Braylon Olsen. Quick outlet pass up ahead to Christian Ryan. Ryan to Heinschmidt, open layup in for Ty. He's in double figures for the 8th time this season. 10 points for Heinschmidt, the lead right back down to 1 for the Celtics. 37-36 in transition, an open 3. Guajardo knocks it down. They left him open in transition, and Guajardo has 9 with 8 already in this third quarter. 40-36, back out to a 4-point lead for the Celtics. Burgart looking inside, not a good pass. It's tipped out. Ryan trying to get out of there with it, a tie-up, and the Vikings will keep the possession. Smoky Valley basketball and an inbound play coming as Merrick Anderson will come back into the game for the Vikings for Atticus Pavlovich. 4:55 to play in the third quarter, 40-36 the score. Celtics have a 4-point lead. Olsen with the inbound. Braylon has Burgard open in the corner. Head fake, long 2 on the way for Caleb. It bounces front rim and misses. Long rebound in the near corner goes to Olsen. Vikings keep the possession. Braylon picks it up. Back to Burgard. He spins back over to the right side. Anderson trying to bounce pass. Heinschmidt was no longer where he thought he was. It's thrown away and a steal for Lucas Griffith. Another Viking turnover. Guajardo in transition. Open 3 right side for Tao. Front rim missing. Heinschmidt tries to get the rebound, but it's tipped out and he loses control of it. It will stay right here with the Celtics. Humboldt girls won over Anderson County 43-37. Minneapolis girls beat Lions 56-30. Central Plains girls over Maxville 45-29. Some other finals here tonight. Iola loses to Independence 55-26 down in our stations in southeast Kansas. Substitution as Griffith checks out. And Guerrero back in for the Celtics. Towle has it left side. Guajardo puts up a 3 on Heinschmidt. Ty got a hand on that one. Quick outlet pass up ahead to Heinschmidt off the rebound by Ryan, but it wasn't in the right spot, so the possession stays with the Vikings, and a missed 3 from the left side for Ty. A rebound goes long, though, to Olsen. Back out to Ryan. Christian drives the lane. No look underneath, and an offensive foul. Stepping in to take the charge was Guerrero. Ryan's second foul. Team foul number 2 on the Vikings. Their 4th turnover of the third quarter there. 4:11 to play, third quarter, 40-36. Trinity Catholic with a 4-point lead here in Hutch. Across the timeline out top. Towle has it over to the right wing now. Kaiser back to Towle. Bounce past the elbow. Guajardo turns, shoots over Ryan. Bank shot well off. Rebound. Heinschmidt had it for a second. It ends up in the hands of Olsen. Braylon, quick outlet up ahead to Ryan. Now over to Olsen again. Braylon will reset the offense. Curling left side Anderson. Merrick picks up one dribble. Bounce pass into the near corner for Ryan. Christian double team. The ball went off the bottom of the backboard to Olsen. He kicks it left side to Burgart. Fakes on a 3. Ryan blows by the defense. Reverse layup. Count it, and a foul for Christian Ryan. A chance at a 3-point play for Christian. His first basket of the second half. He's got 16 for the Vikings. 40-38 the score. First foul on Trinity Catholic in the second half, and it's the first personal on Alex Guajardo. Guerrero checks out of the game as Matt Armour, the 6'3 senior, is in for the first time. Tallest player on the roster for Trinity Catholic. Christian Ryan at the free throw line looking to cut the lead down to 1 on a 3-point opportunity. The free throw is nothing but net. 17 now for Christian Ryan. It's 40-39 with 3.5 to play in the third. Pass over to the left side to double team on Dowsey. He's trying to back in on Burgart. Got a dribble through and got away from the defense. Floating runner misses. Rebound tapped around. Heinschmidt tips it out. It's off of Armour out of bounds and back to Smoky Valley. Well, that was a good effort from Lawson Dowsey to even get free for a bucket there. It looked like he was trapped and kind of dead for rights over there, but he got out of there and got an attempt anyway. But Smoky Valley has it back with a chance to take the lead here on this possession, down 40-39. Olsen across half court, lob pass, looking inside, reading it the whole way, and taking it out was Towle. Another turnover for the Vikings. Celtic basketball with a 1-point lead. In the right corner, Kaiser head fakes on Olsen. Had a strip from behind. He got it back. Back out top. Armour at the elbow. Dowsey has it now. Drives inside. Head fake on Ryan. He got Christian in the air. Guajardo has it, driving inside. He loses control. Back to Dowsey for 3 on the left side, and he knocks it down. Lawson Dowsey with his third 3 of the game. He's got 13. It's back to a 4-point lead for the Celtics. 43-39, Trinity Catholic. Pass over to Anderson. Merrick head fakes baseline. Ryan, 15-footer in there. Christian Ryan with 19 for Smoky Valley. 43-41 the score. Bounce pass. Dowsey tries another one. This one bounces off the back, misses. Anderson taps the rebound, and Ryan comes out of there with it. Christian, quick outlet way up ahead to Heitschmidt. Layup on the way, rolling in for Ty. He wanted a foul, didn't get it. 12 points for Heitschmidt, though, and he ties the game up at 43 apiece. Celtics the other way with 2:10 to play in the third. Pressure out top. Kaiser gets it over to the right side to Towel. High screen from Armour. He pops back down into the lane. Double team comes on Towel. He gets it back to Kaiser. Driving at the left elbow, fitting baseline for Guajardo. Back out, right side wing, 3 for Towel. Bounces off the mark, and a foul called on Guajardo, pushing Christian Ryan in the back to get position. The second on Guajardo, team foul number 2 on Trinity Catholic. Viking basketball tied at 43. 1:52 to play in this third quarter as Merrick Anderson checks out. Brock Gangler back into the game for the Smoky Valley squad as he has 3 fouls in this one. So we have to be careful to not pick up a fourth here in the third quarter with 1:51 remaining. Caleb Burgart with it. Brings it across half court over to Braylon Olson. Back to Burgart out top. Fakes over to Gangler. Spins, now gets it to Brock. Brock fakes on the corner. Picks up his dribble. Back out to Olson. Braylon back to Gangler. Back to Olson, extended to right side. Back to Brock. Into the corner now for Ryan. Christian taking a couple dribbles, pulling it back out on the wing. Skip past Olson on the far side. It was read by Guajardo, knocked out of bounds. They say it went off of Braylon and back to Trinity Catholic. So the skip there by Ryan, kind of unnecessary, and you can see that Coach Schneider didn't like the decision that time. Griffith brings it across half court, blows by Gangler on the baseline, finds Guajardo, swatted from behind on the rejection by Ty Heitschmidt. It goes out of bounds off of Ty as the Celtics keep the possession. Substitute into the game, Kaiser checking out, and it was Dowsey back in. Tao falling down in the lane, gets it back out to Dowsey. Right side, Lawson pulls up for the floater from the right elbow that misses, and Heitschmidt has the rebound. Olsen with it now. Vikings looking to take the lead with 1 minute to play, third quarter. Burgart has it in the left corner. Lobs it. I don't know where he was going with that one. He threw it away. It's stolen away by Guajardo. And up the floor, a double team on Guajardo. He gets out of there to Armour. Armour crosses over, bringing it up the floor. Ball's tipped out, stolen away. Heitschmidt up ahead to Ryan. Christian up for the stuff. The two-handed dunk and the foul called on Armour. Christian was cherry picking back here, and they got the tip and steal, and he pumps up the crowd on the Smoky Valley side, giving the Vikings a 45-43 lead. An obvious nomination for our Hub Brick Oven play of the game. Armour called for his first foul and the third team foul. Ryan giving the Vikings a 2-point lead and has an opportunity not only for the big dunk, but to make it even bigger if he can convert the three-point play. Free throw on the way for Christian. Rolls off to the right, missing. Brock Gangler has the rebound, saves it in. Back to Ryan for another dunk. Christian Ryan with back-to-back dunks for Smoky Valley. They lead 47-43 and an outstanding rebound and dish by Gangler. Into the near corner, Griffith, baseline to Guajardo. He goes on the reverse, didn't have a shot. Here's Dowsey with it. Bounce pass into the corner, Griffith, a big three if it goes. It's way off though. Rebound tapped up real high by Dowsey, but it's taken out by Gangler. Here come the Vikings the other way, winning 47-43. Just 7 seconds left in this first half. And a three on the way for Ryan. He knocks it down. Smoky Valley leading 50-43 off the triple from Christian Ryan. The Vikings are on a big run now as they have scored the final 11 points of the third quarter to take a 7-point lead into the fourth. We take a timeout. We're back in 60 seconds from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
Service is in their name. Ad Ag Service in Hillsboro, Whitewater, and Assaria is there to serve you for your ag input needs. Their experienced team can maximize the return on your farming investment. Ag Service Inc. offers full agronomy services to help with crop planning and recommendations, as well as a full line of fertilizers, crop protection products, and seed. Independently owned and free to stock what you need. Stop in today and see the difference. Ag Service Inc. of Hillsboro, Whitewater, and Assaria.
I'm Jared, inviting you to Krupp Lumber in Heston to check out our Milwaukee line of tools and outdoor power equipment. Milwaukee is the top manufacturer of tools and equipment trusted by woodworkers, electricians, do-it-yourselfers, builders, and other professionals. I invite you to come to Krupp Lumber in Heston to check out our impressive selection of Milwaukee tools to help you finish your jobs more efficiently. Ask about our in-state delivery. Check us out at krupplumber.com. Krupp Lumber, service is our specialty.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
What an unbelievable finish to that third quarter for Smoky Valley, and especially Christian Ryan. He had 2 dunks and a 3-pointer as part of an 11-0 run. He scored 7 of his own on high-energy plays for the Vikings. Smoky Valley leading 50-43 after 3. A 3 in the corner for Kaiser, off the front rim missing. Rebound, though, to Guerrero. He tried to throw it in the corner. Celtics were lucky it went through the legs of Towle and off the official to stay in bounds, or else it would have been a turnover for Trinity Catholic. Now top, Towle has it, guarded by Titus Griffith. Christian Ryan getting a breather to start this fourth quarter. He's got 26 points in the game. Guerrero a 3 out top for Trinity Catholic, off to the left missing. Long rebound taken out by Titus Griffith for Smoky Valley. Viking basketball and a pass up ahead intended for Gingler goes out of bounds. Another turnover for Smoky Valley. That has been one of the problems tonight for Smoky Valley when Trinity Catholic has had success, as they're turning over the ball. Lawson Dowsey leading the way for Trinity Catholic with 13. He head fakes on a 3, drives inside, left lane. He's cut off by Burgart. They call the foul on Caleb from behind. That's his first. Might be his second. I feel like I missed one on Burgart maybe in the first half, or maybe the third quarter. Yeah, that's number 2 on Caleb. First team foul called on Smoky Valley in the fourth quarter. Inbound play for Trinity Catholic. Lucas Griffith on the baseline. He can throw it into the backcourt, and it's tracked down by Kaiser in the backcourt. He brings it across half court, crosses over, kicks it back over to the left side for Towle. Towle on the drive, and a foul on the floor called on Smoky Valley. Actually called this one on the shot on Pavlovich, I believe. 2 free throws are coming up for Bo Towle. Atticus Pavlovich called for number 2. Second team foul on the Vikings in this fourth quarter. Again, it's currently a 11-0 run for Smoky Valley. They trailed at one point, 43-39. They lead 50-43 now as Towle misses the first free throw. And Bo is now 5 of 9 from the stripe in the game. He's made a 3-pointer in the contest. He's got 12, matching a career high. Christian Ryan, Merrick Anderson all back in, as well as Braylon Olson for Smoky Valley for Pavlovich, Heitschmidt, and Burgart. Second one for Towle, spins around and out. Ryan has the rebound. Viking basketball with a 50-43 lead. Christian Ryan with 26 points after that barrage late. Nice back cut by Griffith. Bucket is in, and a foul called on Trinity Catholic, and a chance at a 3-point play for Titus Griffith. Foul was called on Bo Towle, his first. It's a 9-point Smoky Valley lead, 52-43. They're on a 13-0 run. Heading back to the end of the third to the start of the fourth. Titus Griffith with his first basket of the game. Looking for the 3-point play. Free throw, nothing but net for Griffith, and it's a 10-point Smoky Valley lead at 53-43. Well, this game kind of going the opposite of the first meeting between these two teams. Driving inside, and a travel called on Dowsey on the far side to get it back to Smoky Valley. 3-point play there for Titus Griffith. The reason I'm saying it's going about the opposite, Smoky Valley had a 10-point lead late in the first half. Now, Trinity didn't have that, but they did have a 10-point lead a couple times in the first quarter. And Trinity went on a 19-0 run in the second half against the Vikings. Right now, Smoky Valley's on a 14-0 run against the Celtics. They lead it by 10, 53-43. Merrick Anderson on the left side wing. Back out top it goes. Gangler over to Olson. Braylon driving on the right side, pulls it back on the right. Back out top now to Ryan. Christian at the volleyball spike line in between the circles at the top of the key. He's guarded out there by Tao. That's a mismatch size-wise. Christian turns, got him in the air. Bank shot missed, but a foul on Bo Tao will send Ryan to the free throw line. It's the second on Tao and the second team foul on the Celtics here in this fourth quarter. Christian Ryan at the charity stripe. 4 of 6 in the game from the line. He's 2 of 4 from 3. First one for Ryan on the way, and nothing but net. 27 points now for Christian. 54-43, 15 straight for Smoky Valley. Second one on the way for Ryan, and that one is nothing but net as well. 55-43, 16-0 run for the Vikings. Christian Ryan for the third straight game will have 28 or more points for Smoky Valley. On the left side, they get it over to Tao. Tao taking a couple dribbles, free throw line. This is Kaiser, nearly taken away by Gingler, but Kaiser keeps it on the right wing. 12-point Viking lead. Dowsey a 3 to try to end the run, and he knocks it down. The run ends at 16-0. The lead is back down to 9 for the Vikings at 55-46, and a quick timeout called by the Celtics. A new career high for Dowsey with 16. It's a full timeout, 5:42 to play in the game, 55-46 Vikings. We'll take a 30-second timeout back after the break. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, this is Viking basketball on KLBG.
From spring planning to landscaping and fall cleanups to winter snow removal, LS Tractor is your warmest pack tractor for all seasons. Our universal skid steer quick attach system makes switching out attachments a breeze, and our tough heavy lifting loaders give you added strength for any job. Start with reliability and power, stay for a wide range of capabilities, attachments, and implements. Get more features for less money. Start blue, stay blue with LS Tractor. Visit Moundridge Tractor, where customer service has been our business since 1985.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome back to the Midway Motors broadcast booth. 55-46, Smoky Valley with the advantage over Trinity Catholic. We talk a lot about what Christian Ryan's been able to do in this game, but Ty Heichschmidt also, despite having 2 early fouls and playing only about a little over a minute of the first quarter, he's in double figures with 12. This is his 8th double-figure game of the season and his 30th of his career. For Christian Ryan, this is, again, at least 28 points in 3 straight games. It is his 10th double-figure game and his 8th 20-point game this season. Olsen across half court out of the Trinity Catholic timeout. Feed inside is taken away as Guajardo read it and steals it for Trinity Catholic. Guajardo over to Dowsey on the left wing. Again, Dowsey with a career-high 16. Just made his 4th 3 of the game right before that last timeout. Here's Guajardo swatted by Ryan, and it ends up in the hands of Anderson on the baseline. Great read that time by Merrick Anderson off the block by Christian Ryan. Olsen to Ryan, back cut by Heichschmidt underneath. The ball's knocked out of bounds by Dowsey. It'll stay right here with the Vikings. And an inbound play coming up here for Smoky Valley on their own baseline. Throwing it in is Braylon Olsen for Smoky Valley. Olsen lobs out deep, right side wing. Ryan has it. 5:07 to play in the game. Smoky Valley leading it by 9. They're looking to end a 5-game losing streak to the Celtics. Olsen has it on the right side. Hands it off in the corner for Ryan. Christian looking in. It's not there. Anderson now on the left wing. Right back to Ryan on the left lane line. Christian had it stripped from behind by Kaiser. A turnover there for Smoky Valley, and a foul coming back the other way on the Vikings. I think they get tied with this one. That'll be, actually, it's on Anderson. It's number 3 on Merrick. 13th foul on the Vikings. Still 4:50 to play in the game, so there's a chance that for the third time in these 4 quarters that Trinity Catholic could put themselves in that bonus with fouls from Smoky Valley. Anderson checking out of the game and Burgart back in for the Vikings. Guajardo with the inbound play for Cameron Kaiser. Extending on a 1-3-1 zone out here. Cameron Kaiser picks up his dribble to the right side. Tao looking in over for Rios. Cut off by Ryan, and Christian eventually called for the block, his 3rd. And there you go, team foul number 4 with 4:40 left in the game. And a lot of time for Trinity Catholic, and the next one on Smoky Valley will put them at the free throw line the rest of the game on common fouls. Inbound play on the baseline coming for Ian Rios. Good pressure from Brock Gangler. Rios gets it out deep, right side. Towel back into the middle of the lane. Guajardo head fakes, kicks it over to Dowsey. Back into the corner for Rios. He gets by Ryan. That ball tipped by Gangler into the hands of Kaiser. He goes into the lane, back out to Dowsey. Back to Kaiser. Left corner, fakes on a three. Lost the dribble for a second. Got it back. Floater in the middle of the lane, misses. And Ryan has the rebound for Smoky Valley. So the Vikings with the basketball and a 9-point lead. 4:14 to play. Olsen picked up his dribble. He needs a little bit of help. Out top, Gengler. Right side, Ryan. Christian taking some time on this possession. Good feed underneath for Burgart. Caleb and some pressure against Dowsey. Puts up a shot, misses. Rebound taken out by Guajardo. Doug Schneider wanted a foul on Dowsey that they did not get. Celtics the other way. Dowsey up on Gengler. Bounces off the mark. And a rebound taken out by Gengler. Now Coach White for Trinity Catholic wanted the foul called on Gengler against Dowsey, and he didn't get it. Olsen over on the far side wing. Back out top. In the middle of the circles, Ryan takes the pass. Definite size mismatch with Dowsey guarding him out on the outside. Ryan takes the left lane, and a foul on the floor called. No, they called a carry on Ryan. So the turnover gives it back to Trinity Catholic. Still a 9-point Viking lead at 55-46. Coming up the floor, this is Cameron Kaiser. The bounce pass, the lazy one, gets into the corner for Dowsey. Ryan knocked the ball out from behind. The steal for Heinschmidt. Just barely missed stepping on that thin red line on the baseline. A steal for Smoky Valley. And a timeout called by Doug Schneider and the Vikings. 3:11 to play in the game, 55-46. Smoky Valley leading this one by 9. We're back in 60 seconds from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
We understand that change can be hard. If you're still holding on to your old flip phone, we might just have the deal for you. At Next Tech Wireless, you can get the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 7 on us. With its convenient and pocketable design, this phone transforms into what you need when you need it. Next Tech Wireless, celebrating 20 years of connecting Kansas.
At Blue Stem Communities, they believe in living well at every stage of life. With trusted locations in McPherson, Heston, North Newton, and Hutchinson, they're proud to offer vibrant senior living options from independent living to assisted care and skilled nursing. Each community is grounded in compassion, connection, and a commitment to nonprofit mission. Come and see what living well can be at Blue Stem Communities. Live well with Blue Stem Communities in McPherson, Heston, North Newton, and Hutchinson.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome back in the Midway Motors broadcast booth. It is a 55-46 lead for Smoky Valley out of their timeout. The inbound play for Brock Gengler on the near side. Into the backcourt it goes to Braylon Olsen, and they'll reset offensively. The Trinity Catholic putting in a double team in the backcourt. Bad pass from Olsen is tipped and stolen away by Dowsey. Lawson is fouled by Brock Gengler, coming back the other way. Brock picking up his fourth foul, team foul number 5. The rest of this game, common fouls, 2 free throws coming up for Trinity Catholic. Lawson Dowsey is going to the line right now. He's 4 for 4 from the line. 16 points, a career high for Dowsey, the freshman for the Celtics. Looking to cut into this 9-point lead. First of 2 for Dowsey on the way, and it is rolling in. He's now 5 of 5 from the line, 17 points in the game. 55-47, lead down to 8. We'll thank a few more of our sponsors, including Mid-Kansas Credit Union, Bullseye Irrigation, People's Bank and Trust, the Pooh Squad, Terra Financial Crop Insurance, The Good Merchant, So Swedish, and Wave Tech Roofing. Second free throw for Dowsey, rolls off to the right, his first miss of the game, and Christian Ryan gets the board for Smoky Valley. 8-point Viking lead with 2:56 left in this one. Up ahead, Pavlovich, back to Olsen. Braylon will set up this half-court offense. Picks up the dribble against a double team. And he nearly threw it away. Heinschmidt has it, saves it in. It goes off the leg of Guajardo, but he's able to reel it in before it goes out of bounds. Another turnover for Smoky Valley. Kaiser looks baseline for Tao. Backing in on Pavlovich, kicks it right side. Guajardo, a big 3 if it goes. It does not. Free throw right block goes to Ty Heinschmidt. Quick outlet up ahead to Braylon Olsen. Olsen quickly ahead of the pack, and he runs back over to the far side wing to set things up. Ryan with it out top. Christian with a little head fake, driving inside. He lost the basketball. It goes off the leg of a Celtic player. Out of bounds, and it'll stay here with the Vikings. And back into the game for Trinity Catholic. This is Griffith coming in for Rios. Inbound baseline, Braylon Olsen to throw it in. Olsen, Burgart, Ryan, Pavlovich and Heitschmidt on the floor right now for Smoky Valley. Ty wanted to go up with a shot, but wisely gets it back over to Olsen to run a little bit more clock on this possession. Braylon over to the left side for Burgart. Caleb holding on this left wing, taking a couple dribbles, hands it off to Heitschmidt. There's a definite foul there. It took a bit to make the call, but I think they get Griffith with it, and they do. That's number 2 on Lucas Griffith. And just the third team foul called on Trinity Catholic in this fourth quarter. 2:04 remaining in the game. Vikings holding on to the 8-point lead still. Pavlovich to throw it in on the near sideline. Atticus has it. Gets it into Burgart. Run into a double team. Caleb quickly gets it back to Pavlovich into the corner for Ryan. Christian taking a couple dribbles. Picks it up. Pressured. Pavlovich has it. Nice cut back door by Olsen. Braylon turns. Kicks it back out to Pavlovich. Atticus fires a 3. He knocked it down. Not a real great shot within what you're looking for, but a dagger for Atticus Pavlovich when it goes in. He has 7, and a foul out top called on Smoky Valley the other way, but it's a double-digit lead again for the Vikings at 58-47. Free throws coming up for Trinity Catholic as this foul was called on Braylon Olsen. That's his second personal. And free throws here for Cameron Kaiser. Who am I to say that wasn't a great shot from Atticus, right? He knocks it down and gives the Vikings an 11-point lead. Kaiser's first point of the game right there cuts it down to a 10-point game at 58-48. Gangler back into the game for Burgart for Smoky Valley with 1:40 to play. And the Vikings just looking to hold on and snap a 5-game losing streak to Trinity Catholic in this series. There have been opportunities for them, but they just seem like Trinity Catholic has their number. Second free throw on the way for Kaiser, and he knocks it down. He's got 2 and gets it back down to a single-digit lead for Smoky Valley at 58-49. Inbound for Brock Gangler. Griffith and Towle check out of the game. Rios back in as well as Guerrero. Inbound play coming for Gangler. Good cut to the basketball by Olsen up ahead to Pavlovich. Atticus whips it up for Ty Heitschmidt. Wide open layup in. Ty with 14 now on the assist from Atticus Pavlovich. It's 60-49 Vikings. You don't always look at the basket, but when you get something that wide open, you'll take it. In the middle of the lane, a missed shot there by Dowsey and a rebound for Ryan. Back out to Olsen. Viking basketball. Gingler across half court for Pavlovich. Atticus driving in. Had it stripped out of his hands. It goes out of bounds. No foul call. And it'll stay here with Smoky Valley. And the inbound play for Braylon Olsen. 1:12 to play in the game and an 11-point Smoky Valley lead. Olsen looking in. Finds Heitschmidt, right elbow. Back over to Olsen. Braylon with a crossover dribble. Double team. Ball's tipped out and a steal for Dowsey. Dowsey up the floor, blocked by Olsen. Rebound tipped into the hands of Rios, but it's stolen away by Christian Ryan. Vikings have it. Heitschmidt with 53 seconds left. Back to Ryan. I don't know if Trinity Catholic's going to try to extend this game with fouls or not. Ryan is dribbling on the near side, and he got called for a carry again. Turnovers a bit of a problem tonight for Smoky Valley, but they've been able to weather that issue. And a timeout called by Doug Schneider and the Vikings. 46.5 seconds left. It's a 60-49 lead for Smoky Valley. It's a 30-second timeout. I'm going to go ahead and keep it right here this time around. We're going to thank all of our sponsors for bringing the broadcast to you, including Ag Service CarQuest, Next Tech Wireless, Sister Bojangles, Bank of the Plains, Smoky Valley Virtual Charter School. And they offer customizable curriculum at every grade level. Smoky Valley Public Schools, we champion for all students. Methody College, also a sponsor of Smoky Valley Athletics. Lynchburg Community Hospital, Conklin Cars, Pleasant View Home, Idea Tech, McGee Roofing, Art Shirt Gear for Sport, and Smoky Valley Bakery. Don't forget, you can always listen to the games on your phone with the Ad Astra Radio app, powered by Next Tech Wireless, the latest phones and devices at the best prices. And also, you can catch Smoky Valley Viking video on the Ad Astra TV network and on our app, also on our YouTube page. Celtic basketball out of the Viking timeout. Griffith drives baseline, kicks into the corner. Dowsey tries another three. That one spins around and out. Ryan skies up for the rebound for Smoky Valley, rips it back out of there for the Vikings. Vikings with an 11-point lead, just 29 seconds left. Olsen has it. It doesn't look like Trinity's going to try to foul here. They do commit one, though, and it's just the fourth foul for the Celtics, so they need to do it one more time before Smoky Valley would go to the free throw line. There's just 23.5 seconds remaining in an 11-point lead. A gigantic uphill climb if they would try to extend it with fouls. as Caleb Burgart will come back into the game for Smoky Valley for Atticus Pavlovich. Pavlovich hit that big three earlier in this fourth quarter. He has 7. Christian Ryan again with 28 points for the third straight game. That might be where he finishes up. The inbound goes to Christian. He's pressured and fouled across the arm. He might get to 30. He kind of pushed Lucas Griffith out of his way after that foul. And the official comes over to talk to him, and he puts his arm around the official. The official just pats him on the back and says, just be careful. I would guess that. I'm kind of paraphrasing probably what would have happened there, but I'm going to guess that's what it was. Christian looking for his second 30-point game of the season, but he doesn't get it on this trip because he missed the first free throw. Career high 32 points and 22 rebounds against Halstead back on December 19th. He's got a chance to get it out to a 12-point lead here with a 29-point game possibly for Ryan. Free throw on the way, and it misses again. So the rebound taken out by Guajardo with 19 seconds to play. Foul on Griffith back there was his 4th. Really doesn't make a whole lot of difference right now. Bounce pass by Guajardo, tipped out, ends up in the hands underneath of Guajardo, and he lays it in and gets fouled. He's got a chance at a 3-point play. 11 points now for Guajardo. It's 60-51 with 10 seconds remaining. That's the... Who's that foul on? That was on Burgart, and that was his 3rd. Guajardo with a chance at a 3-point play. Misses. Rebound Ryan, and Christian's fouled again. He'll go back to the free throw line for Smoky Valley. So here we go. Another opportunity for Christian to get his second 30-point game of the season. This foul was called on the Celtics. And that was also on Lucas Griffith. He just fouled out of the ball game here for the Celtics. He finishes with 5. 9.2 in the fourth quarter when he fouls out. Ryan with his first free throw on the way, and it's nothing but net. 29 for Christian Ryan on that free throw. Back to a 10-point lead at 61-51. Second free throw for Ryan, looking for his second 30-point game of the season. He left it short to the right. Rebound Guajardo. Up ahead, Rios has it, driving in on Olsen. Bank shot misses. Rebound putback miss for Guajardo. And Heitschmidt fouls with 1 second left as Kaiser was going up for the putback. So it'll be Cameron Kaiser at the free throw line for Trinity Catholic as Ty Heitschmidt made it all the way until the last second before he picked up his 3rd foul in this game. He had 2 in the first quarter within the first minute and change. First free throw is in for Cameron Kaiser. He's got 3. 3 for 3 from the free throw line. 61-52, Smoky Valley. And what do we have? A timeout by Trinity Catholic. 61-52 lead for the Vikings. Again, we'll go ahead and keep it right here as we kind of wrap up. This will give me a chance to get ahead of the game here and get some of these stats totaled up here for these two teams. Christian Ryan again with 29 points. He had 3 straight 28 or more. It's 29 tonight. This again is his 8th 20-point game of the season. He's in double figures for the 10th time this year in his 11th game that he's played. Vikings, again, will snap a 5-game losing streak to Trinity Catholic and move to 8-4 once this is all said and done. And Trinity Catholic will drop to 4-10. And if you can wonder what the difference is with Christian Ryan in the game and out of the game, again, a week ago, Trinity Catholic beat the Vikings without Ryan playing by 11. Smoky Valley leads by 9 right now. Despite a really good start in this game by Trinity Catholic, the Vikings able to weather that storm. They've had probably too many turnovers tonight. When I talked to Coach Schneider in the postgame, he will probably bring that up, I would imagine. But in the end, things going right here for Smoky Valley to pick up another win and continue to help their cause as far as what might turn out with sub-state standings and things of that nature. Free throw coming up here for Kaiser out of the timeout. Knocks it down. He's 4 for 4 from the line. Smoky Valley just needs to inbound and get 1 second off the clock, and that's what they do. Final score, Smoky Valley 61, Trinity Catholic 53. Again, the Vikings are now 8-4 on the season, while the Celtics drop to 4-10 with the loss. Christian Ryan, the star of the night with 29 for Smoky Valley, including a 7-point stretch at the end of the third quarter where he had 2 dunks and a 3-pointer. for the Vikings. Vikings win it by 8, 61-53. We're back with our Viking Locker Room Show after the break from the Midway Motors broadcast. But this is Viking basketball on KLBG.
Coverage of Smoky Valley Vikings basketball continues next with the Viking Locker Room Show. Join Dusty Dinas all season for Smoky Valley Vikings basketball. Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Bundle up in style at Sister Bojangles in Lindsborg. Winter clothing, chic accessories, cozy home goods, and so much more. Stop by today and discover something special. Sister Bojangles, downtown Lindsborg.
Hey, Swedes and Vikings of all ages. Lindsborg Community Hospital is here when you need us. From the Family Health Care Clinic, urgent care, sports rehab, to a long list of many services you can discover at lindsborghospital.org.
The Frigid Temps has Pools Plus set up at the Wichita Home Show January 30th through February 1st at Century 2. The first spa sale of the year, and you will not be disappointed with the savings. Financing now available. You could be sitting in a new hot tub for as low as $100 a month. Come see Pools Plus at the Home Show January 30th through February 1st. Same great deals in store. Pools Plus, 21 East 1st in downtown Hutchinson.
Outdoor living doesn't start until you call us at Pools Plus.
Hi, this is Kurt Marshall. Bank of the Plains is committed to providing high-quality financial services while maintaining the highest standards of integrity, customer service, and professionalism. Our dedicated team in Salina values our relationships with you and welcomes the opportunity to earn your business, trust, and friendship. Stop in and see us at 1900 South Ohio in Salina. Bank of the Plains, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
At Health Equip, we are committed to bringing comfort to you and your home. That's why we specialize in health and mobility products designed to keep you feeling your best and living with ease. From CPAPs and BiPAPs to oxygen services and respiratory supplies, our full line of equipment is backed by friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to help find the right fit. Right now, enjoy 20% off our power mobility products and lift chairs. Find us at healthequip.com or visit us in Hutchinson, Newton, and McPherson. Health Equip, comfort, care, and a better way to live.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome back in the Midway Motors broadcast booth as Smoky Valley wins tonight over Trinity Catholic 61-53. The Vikings get the victory to move to 8-4, and Trinity Catholic drops to 4-10 with the loss. Conflicting reports on the total score for Christian Ryan, as Brad Hallier has a call over on Kansas Rock's 100.3, and he had him for 31. I have him for 29 here tonight. We'll maybe see what Doug has on his stats, but I'm pretty sure he had 29 in this game for Smoky Valley. Either way, it's another outstanding night for Christian Ryan. It is his 10th double-figure game in 11 games this year that he's played. Smoky Valley's played 12, but again, he missed that game the first time they played Trinity Catholic in the first round of the Sterling Tournament. 10 of 16 from the floor, 7 of 12 at the free throw line, and 2 for 4 from three-point land for Christian here tonight with 29 points. 14 points for Ty Heinschmidt. He went 7 of 11 from the floor, and again, missed most of the first quarter due to foul trouble. Still able to get into double figures for the 8th time this season for Smoky Valley. 7 for Atticus Pavlovich, including that gigantic 3 in the fourth quarter. 4 points each for Braylon Olson and Caleb Burgart. 3 points for Titus Griffith on a 3-point play in the fourth quarter as well for Smoky Valley. I totaled up all my points, and it comes to 61. So I believe I'm right with 29 for Christian Ryan in this one here tonight. Leading the way for Trinity Catholic, Lawson Dowsey with a career-high 16 points. He made 4 3-pointers and went 5 of 6 at the free throw line. Also in double figures, tying a career high was Bo Towell with 12. He had 12 against Smoky Valley the first time these two teams met. So he has his second 12-point game against the Vikings. And also in double figures, Alex Guajardo had 11. 8 of those, coming in the third quarter with a couple threes and another bucket for the Celtics. Rounding out scoring for Trinity Catholic, 5 points for Lucas Griffith. 4 for Cameron Kaiser on 4 free throws in the fourth quarter. 3 points for Roberto Guerrero and a point for Ian Rios in this game as well for the Celtics. Again, Trinity Catholic dropping to 4-10 with this loss. Celtics have won 5 in a row over Smoky Valley. That streak is snapped as well tonight for the Vikings as they move to 8-4 and again, continue to play well, and just kind of looking at what their schedule looks like moving forward. They've got a game against Russell that they have a chance in, obviously. Hoisington is a team that they lost by just 1-2 the first time they played. They'll go to Haven on February 6th. Hillsborough on the road on February 10th is a very winnable game. Hillsborough hasn't won a game yet this season, so obviously an opportunity here for Smoky Valley to pick up some more wins and continue to try to improve that sub-state standing here in 2025-26. Vikings win it over the Celtics, 61-53. We'll take our final timeout. When we come back, we'll talk with Coach Snyder, and we will also name our play and player of the game from Midway Motors broadcast booth. This is Viking basketball on KLBG.
More of the Viking Locker Room Show is next. Coming up, we'll name today's People's Bank and Trust Player of the Game. KLBG Lindsborg, Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Be anywhere, learn everywhere. Experience online learning with one of the first accredited virtual charter schools in Kansas. Smoky Valley Virtual Charter School right here in Lindsborg. We offer courses for traditional students grades 6 through 12, as well as adult and part-time programs. Advisors will guide you through a dynamic and engaging curriculum from a highly respected program. Learn more at smokyvalley.org.
Is hospice care right for you or your loved one? Hospice and Home Care of Reno County can help guide you through those difficult decisions, offering guidance and support, whether it be at home, in a care facility, or in the comfortable surroundings of Hospice House. We are your friends and neighbors, caring about our community and the people who live here. That's why you can depend on us for compassion and support at the end of life. Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, your local not-for-profit agency serving a 50-mile radius of Hutchinson. We care how you live.
Hey, Bud Conklin here. You know what gives people real confidence when shopping for a car? Options. At Conklin Automotive Group, we offer 10 new car brands: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Chevrolet, GMC, Honda, Nissan, and Toyota. That means more choices, more styles, and more confidence that you'll find the right vehicle for you. Visit us in Hutchinson, Newton, or Salina, or browse the mall online at ConklinCars.com. Drive with confidence. Drive with Conklin.
Struggling to catch your breath? Whether it's asthma, COPD, or pulmonary dysfunction, Hutchinson Pulmonology Associates are here to help you breathe easier and live life to the fullest. Don't let breathing problems hold you back. With expert care and personalized treatment, we're here for you every breath of the way. Visit hutchregional.com or call 620-513-4800 today. Breathe better, feel better with Hutchinson Regional.
Smoky Hills Rock 95.5.
Welcome back in on our Vikings Locker Room Show here from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. Doug Schneider joining us now, the head coach of the Viking boys basketball team after another win. And well, I know that we knew that Christian Ryan being in your lineup against Trinity Catholic would make a difference, but Trinity Catholic probably said, well, we don't really care. They were out here and they started real well. They got out to a 12-2 lead and had a 10-point lead on a couple different occasions in the first quarter, but you guys settled down a little bit. You're able to make the comeback. I made the comment it was a lot like the first game, kind of reversed, as you had a 10-point lead early in that one, and then they made the big run. You had what was a 16-0 run at the end of the third and the beginning of the fourth. 2 dunks and a 3 by Christian Ryan at the end of the third quarter really propelled this team, and you get the 8-point win tonight. Just your thoughts on a nice win and snapping this losing streak against the Celtics here tonight.
Well, whoever gave the pregame speech was terrible because clearly we wanted to come out and execute well right out of the gate and not commit turnovers and not pick up fouls, and we pick up 3 fouls right out of the gate, 2 on our post player Ty Heitschmidt and 1 on Christian. So clearly not how we wanted to open the game, but we've seen on film a lot from these guys that if you can just settle down a little bit, and I don't know how great we settled down. We still turned the ball over way more than we should have tonight. I don't think we're accurate with our numbers, so we'll see what our actual numbers look like after we get them back from huddle. But we did a really good job, I thought, of breaking their press as time wore on in the first half and getting buckets. We just couldn't get stops there for a while. Then once we finally started to get some stops, that's when we were able to take the lead. It's just, it's hard to get these guys to get out of fifth gear and settle back down into just a slightly slower gear once in a while. We don't understand that patience issue, especially once we take the lead and executing. And we felt like we were in good shape at the half, but coming out to open the second half, they punched us right back in the face again and hit a couple of big shots, and we missed some buckets. And again, we settled back down, and you're right, that's a carbon copy of the other game we had because they went on a 19-0 run, and we just stormed back at the end of the third. It doesn't hurt when you got a guy that can get a couple of dunks and also hit a 3 at the buzzer to make that happen. So, again, just some big plays I thought then. And then I think at the end of the game, again, we still had a hard time settling down, but you and I talked way back when we started this season, the desire to get other guys some confidence. I late in the game, I know most coaches are going no, but Atticus Pavlovich, I knew the moment it left his hand, it was going in.
Yeah.
I mean, I said right away, got it, and I just felt it. I just felt he didn't feel good tonight. He told me early on, hey, Coach, get me out more often. I need more breaks. I just don't feel good. But for some reason at that moment, I just felt like he stepped into his shot with all the confidence in the world. And when guys do that, it's usually when they knock him down. I thought that was a big 3 just to kind of ice and settle things down a little bit. I think that was about a minute and a half left in the game. So I was pleased with how we played tonight. I really am impressed with this Hutch Trinity team. I think they do a nice job. They've had a tough schedule. But, again, I think we played well. And, of course, having Christian back in the lineup makes life easier for a bunch of other guys, too. I thought Ty had a much smoother night tonight than what he had to, he had to do so much for us that first night when we played him. And then I also love the fact that we got guys to finish plays at the end. Titus Griffith catches a beautiful pass down low, finishes, gets the and one. So just little things, again, that we like seeing out of our guys. Brock Gingler got in foul trouble, but, man, he defended his tail off tonight. I thought he worked his butt off on the defensive end. So extremely proud of Brock as well.
I think I've been around you too much. I knew some of the things you were going to say in this interview, and the turnovers was the top of that list. And then I was the same way when Atticus let that one fly, and after he made it, I was like, in a typical offense, it's not a great shot to be taken at that point. But he's done that more than once this year, hit a big shot down toward the end of a game, and he's not afraid to let it fly for sure.
Don't get me wrong. The moment it got ready to leave his hand, I'm not saying I was liking the shot, but watching him do it, there was no hesitation. You like to see guys that feel that way, and I felt that way earlier tonight. We had Graham Brown hit a big 3 in the JV game for us as well, freshman. I like seeing guys start to develop that confidence, and I don't know if the rest of the team had that much confidence when it left his hand either, but they were super excited when it went in. But like I said, these guys are slowly developing and understanding what we want. We've had a mid part of the schedule here that has been conducive to us continuing to get better. We know we're going to continue to face some of our tougher opponents, at least in league play, coming up. We don't look too far ahead, but we know we've got the Pratts and the Hestons coming up as well. So, again, we want to continue to get better each game, and we want to continue to get those guys some confidence to where when we do find some teams where maybe Christian gets matched up with a little bit better. I think the last game he struggled the biggest was Hoisington, where I think he only scored 8 points. So, again, being able to figure out ways to get stuff done with that, and we have Hoisington next week again already. But we have Russell coming up on Friday. They're a nice 500 team. We move up to 8 wins tonight. Doubled what we won last year, so I'm very pleased with what these guys have done, very excited for them, and I like to see that continued, development as we keep going.
Doug Schneider here in our post-game on the Vikings Locker Room Show. Coach, thanks for the time. We'll see you Friday against Russell. Guys. Vikings win it tonight by a final of 61-53, the 8-point victory here for Smoky Valley tonight. We'll wrap it up here. Our play and player of the game are coming up. The play of the game is brought to you by The Hub Brick Oven play of the game, featuring their world-famous Brick Oven Pizza. Get your grub at The Hub, 100 South Christian and Mound Ridge. And I could give it to Christian Ryan on 3 different plays, because the end of that third quarter obviously is where I'm going to go for the play of the game. But I'm going to do the first dunk that he had there that really got that crowd over there for Smoky Valley pumped up. It got the whole gym for Smoky Valley on their side pumped up. And he had an opportunity for a 3-point play. He even got fouled on the dunk when he made it. So that's the play of the game, but you could easily give it to the rebound and the save and the dish and then another dunk for Christian Ryan off the Brock Gingler rebound, or you could give it to him for the 3 that he made right before the end of the third quarter. But I'm going to go with the first dunk officially for the play of the game. Again, the Hub Brick Oven play of the game. Get your grub at the Hub, 100 South Christian and Mound Ridge. Our player of the game is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, community banking in its menace with 21 locations in Kansas. This is People's Country. Now, I don't even know if I really need to tell you. Christian Ryan with 29 points tonight, our player of the game. He had 12 points alone in the third quarter. He started the game with 10 in the first to keep Smoky Valley in this game. After that, 12-2 and 16-6 deficit. Christian, our player of the game, yet again here tonight, 29 points for the Vikings. Our player of the game, again, brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, community banking at its best. 21 locations in Kansas. This is People's Country. Huge thanks to all the sponsors for bringing the broadcast here. A few other final scores that we want to get to here before we wrap it up. The scoreboard updates are always brought to you by McPherson Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. if I can get my scores that we have. Again, Minneapolis boys, they ended up winning by 3 over Lions, 55-52. Andale over Augusta on the boys' side. Boys only tonight in that one, a 56-35 win. And McPherson was leading over El Dorado at the end of 3, 53-36. Central Plains boys all over Maxwell, 61-25. Those are some of the scores from tonight. I'm going to do my best to have a scoreboard for you in the morning that will have all those scores on it from the area here tonight. Once again, the final here on the boys' side, Smoky Valley wins 61-53. The girls got the win as well. It's a sweep for the Vikings tonight as the Smoky Valley girls were led by Kinsley Haxton with a career high 26 points, her first 20-point game in her career. 61-30 win for Smoky Valley as they move to 5-7. They've won 4 of their last 5 on the girls' side, and 10 points out by Cameron Ryan, and also 9 for Eiley DeBar on 3 3-pointers. Again, she's had 7 threes in the last 2 games combined. Really starting to feel that shot. 15 points for Sienna Maskell, just 1 off of her career high for the Celtics as they fall to 0-14 with the loss. Smoky Valley girls 61-30. Smoky Valley boys 61-53. The Vikings get a sweep tonight on the road here in Hutchinson against Trinity Catholic. That'll wrap it up for this evening. Again, a big thanks to all of our sponsors for bringing the broadcast to you. Thanks to my sister, Chris Swartz, next to me again for running my camera. Big thanks to our studio engineer, Aaron Kane, back at the station. Until next time, Friday night, Smoky Valley and Russell. This is Dusty Donna saying good night from Hutchinson, Kansas. Good night from Hutchinson, Kansas.
At Midway Motors, we are here.